All right, I mistimed it in terms of the thing. This game's going to start right on time. Usually the NBC games start a little bit late. This one's starting right on time. We'll do the video in just a little bit. I do have an intro video, just mistimed it. But Notre Dame in the blues, USC in the whites. Let's get this game underway in South Bend. The final game we're calling today, into the end zone touchback. USC going to start the 25 to start this thing. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. Remember to one of these streams, how it works. Fire one of the chat, any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Yeah, Rares, I think, lose by 17 tomorrow. And donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in there and I see him. Vote in that poll. I think wins this one. I'm going to close the poll here. 60% around with USC to pull up the upset on the road and win this one. USC coming off that victory against Michigan last week on their home field, 31-13. Jordan Mayava in that game. Jay Mayava, I should say, 25-32, 265, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Notre Dame has not lost in their last 4 games. They're going to keep that streak alive. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Let's do this thing. Dilfer, he was fired on a Sunday. That's why. He was fired on a Sunday. They hand off to the side, now cuts up field, nothing doing. Yeah, if they get fired on a Sunday, I don't do the cast. They got fired during the football games. Memphis season over? Fiction. Oh, fiction on that. You still have a shot. Look, whoever wins the American is going to make it to the playoff. Whoever wins the American makes the playoff. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Lane in motion to the top of the screen, back to his right, 3 at the top of the screen now. We'll do the intro video on the next commercial break, don't you worry. Back to his left. Audible on the play. Rank matchup here. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. And we got some movement. Appreciate all you guys being here. Don't know if he has a hunger for another natty. The worst family outro experience. Jeez, that's good. It's going to be on the defense. Got an early jump. Move it up 5 yards. Yep, and he went unevaded to the quarterback. Boubacar Traore. Sure, the Memphis loss. I wouldn't say I wouldn't worry about it, but your season's still alive. That's a bad loss. It's a bad loss, but it doesn't end your season. You just don't have any room for error going forward. All good, JFK. Appreciate you, man. You have no room for error going forward, but it's not a season-ending loss. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left on 2nd and 5. Mayava takes it. They're going to send 6. Comeback route that's called the 38-yard line. Breaks the tackle and brought down at the 42, and then lunging ahead to the 44. He was never down. It's to Nick Hines, the true freshman. for a gain of 16. Hines last amount, 1 catch for 8 yards. It's a nice gain there of about 12 on the market at the 42. Quick pass, that one's caught by Lane, and Lane makes a man miss to the 50, 45, and out of bounds to the 43. Here's the idea of Group 5 center row is too far-fetched for us. Yep, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it seems like. We do have the emojis in the chat if you remember. Had to hope for USF to lose? Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. We got the emojis in if you're a fan of either one of these teams. First down, the 43. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. In the pistol. Handoff up the gut. And he'll get back to the line. That's it. King Miller, or Waymon Jordan, got injured last week. Miller looked very good in his absence. How's he be doing today without Dilfer? They won. UAB won. They beat Memphis. Making us go down to the wire at number 1. Wire to wire at number 1. I'm not sure. Second 9, handoff here, nothing doing. Again, Miller last scheme, 158 yards rushing. They ran the ball down Michigan's throat last week. 224 rushing yards on over 6 yards a carry. He fired up for Sunday so no one noticed and he didn't trend. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Also, that was the same day Penn State fired Franklin, so even if you were thinking college football, that overshadowed it. Third down, Mayava looking, sideline open, caught, Lane to the 20, and out of bounds to the 17-yard line. Excuse me, to Nook Hines. My apologies now. To Nook Hines, the second of the day. Gain at 26. The freshman had 1 catch all last week. He's got 2 on this drive. Gets 26 there. They go quick. There was no one on that side of the field. It was a coverage bust, a miscommunication immediately. You got a top 50 team, or top 75? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do not let him score. Well, this is one, like it's a 3-point game. It's a 3-point game in ASU. So ASU's going to try to score because obviously if they don't, they're not going to kick the field goal. I mean, field goal would make it a tie game, but they don't want to have to kick the field goal. Different coach Penn State would set them back further. Yes, it would. It would set him back really, really far. He's so bad. 2nd and 6. Well, ASU ball at the 1-yard line. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom here. In the pistol, tight end goes in motion, Walker Lyons. Handoff up the middle, and that'll be a first down to the 5. Goes Brian Jackson, the sophomore back, as ASU will find the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Sun Devils. All important extra point coming up there. Texas call timeout? Yeah. First and goal. They'll blow the play dead. I'll say it aloud. I'll say it. It would set them back further. So ASU in the end zone. Flag on the play. False start. Back it up 5 yards at the 10-yard line for USC. So 25-22 in the ASU game. Very good. First and goal. Good opening drive here for the Trojans. And we'll do the intro video in just a little bit. And we will also spin the wheel. We'll challenge ASU Fox. That game is on Fox. It's a top 10 matchup. Texas Tech is number 7. They're number 7 in the nation. First and goal for the Trojans. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. All right, ASU. Well, that game is almost over. I'll keep you updated on it. It's 34 seconds left in that one. Mayava fakes the screen. Now goes running back screening. Complete looking for Jackson. Would have been tackled immediately by Drake Bowen. Thoughts on ASU may win? It's not over yet. ASU is gutsy. ASU is resilient. You know what I think about rankings? Yeah, but Tech's undefeated this year. Tech is undefeated. Like, this is Texas Tech is literally an undefeated team. Right, that's easy for me if I hit that one. Second and goal, ball at the 10. Like, we're past the halfway point at this point. Tech is undefeated. Mayava looks. They send 5. Second read out there. Now going 30. Back corner of the end zone for the tight end. Did he get a foot in bounds? He did. Touchdown. What a throw. And somehow Lake McCree gets a foot in bounds for his second of the season. A great opening drive for the Trojans to start this one. Let's double check. Make sure that foot was in bounds. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He is most definitely good. Florida's also on the brink of losing to Mississippi State, which could signal the end of the Napier era. 23-21, they blew a 9-point lead. They threw the ball on 3rd and 1 for some reason. Oh, that's a short kick. They They're not going to risk anything on a long return. Yes, their chance got a million times better. Again, whoever wins the... Yeah, A&M, Arkansas, yeah, weather delayed it. Whoever wins the American's going to make it. The 0-4 USC was the last one. Yes. So 4 times on that. Ohio State could be the 5th. Ohio State was not... No, Ohio State was not... Ohio State was not number 1. Helmets still got their throwbacks. Texas was number 1 to start. Texas was the number 1 team at the start of the season. Extra point is good. 7-0. McCree in the back of the end zone. A great start for the Trojans. Play the skill fight song when they score. I don't know about that because those could get copyright claimed. Because those would sound pretty similar to how it actually is, and that might get claimed. Because those are actually marching band stuff. All right, let's do the video. 7-0 the score. Let's do the video. All right, there we go. Number 1, let's go. Number 1 so far, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, just they look very good so far. Yeah, being an ASU fan is like crack addiction. Yeah, I mean, being an ASU fan this season, every game has just been down to the final 30 seconds. That and being a Jaguars fan, just not good for the heart. I should also note, every Thursday I do this thing called Live Band Karaoke. $50, I'll sing a song you want me to. $25, I'll sing a song half off. What song is half off? It is going to be... What's the half off song? Was there $50? Oof. You just go on my channel's video. I could do that at some point. Again, I don't know if they know that song. I've never heard them do it. So, if you want it, I can see. But we'll spin the wheel a second time just because I don't know if they know how sweet it is. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Oh, boy. That's the half-off song. Well, ASU, can they make it again if they win the Big 10? Or Big 12? I mean, yeah, they would have to. I mean, they win the conference, they're in. There's no debate about that. Cujo with a 227. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Should get to you into number 1. Also, to the mic. Yes. Your new mic is on its way. The sound filter, at least. I'll put it down for the 04 playoffs. I'll do it for that. Put you down for 04 when we do that. You're Chinese building up your... God. He is so bad. So Shake It Off is a song that's half off. And Karaoke by Taylor Swift. That is the half off song. Mississippi State. Go down. Go down. Why'd they throw the ball? Why'd they throw the ball? They're so stupid. They're so freaking stupid. Why'd they throw the ball? Let's go. Why the hell would they throw the ball? Why the hell they throw the ball? Why the hell they throw the ball? Oh, wow. Wait. My bad. My bad. Hang on. I put the wrong name in. I just realized that. I put the wrong name in. Why the hell did Mississippi State throw the ball? My bad on that, Cujo. My bad. Why they throw the ball? Why the hell they throw the ball? They were in field goal range. The game was over. Were they trying to throw it so that Napier stays another week? Another season? Why did they throw? So 227? I mean, Gamana's usually the first to donate, so... Oh, no, you're good. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. It was just one of those, like, your brain's thinking one thing and, like, you type another. Why did they throw? Will it be a double decision? I think so. I think so. First down for Carr. Middle of the field, off the hands of his tight end and incomplete. Did he give us once? Yep. Holy cow. I cannot believe they threw the ball. Look at the video. I think so. I think so. We'll have to get the footage. Well, the top two at the bottom. Might need a dumb decision. Yeah, they will need a dumb decision. 2nd and 10, handoff up the middle. That's a huge gain for Love to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, one to beat, 30, 25, 20, and brought down at that 12-yard line by Kamari Ramsey. But not before picking up a monster gain, about 62 yards. And they have it at the 12-yard line of USC. Jeremiah Love, the junior back. They did not run the ball well against NC State last time, just 3.7 yards per carry, but a monster game there of 62 they got in the red zone. When is Mississippi the decision? Hopefully the next 2 days. I gotta get the footage. Mississippi gonna have to wait, yep. The fire truck still has to wait their turn. In the flat, incomplete. Trying to dive for that ball, incomplete. Looking there for Will Pauling. Yeah, Super Hug the State Coach. Yeah, his job just got spared on that. I need it, yep. I got nothing. I got nothing on why they threw the ball. They were literally in field goal range. On, like, not only close field goal range. Like, where it's, like, borderline. Like, they were legit, like, it would be like a 40-yard field goal. It would be like a 40-yard field goal. Love getting drafted, probably, like day 2. Yes, she did. Queen Elizabeth did, yes. Hand over the middle. There's Love. Breaks one tackle. Breaks a second, and he's in. You gotta love it if you're a Notre Dame fan. They answer the touchdown with a touchdown of their own. Jeremiah Love finds the end zone for the 9th time this season. Later, Jordan always out. Extra point coming up. USC, last game against Michigan, did a very good job stopping the run. 3.5 yards per carry after Justice Haynes got injured in that one. Michigan got nothing going on the ground. But unable to stop Love there. A 62-yard run, and then a big scamper there for 12. Meanwhile, Texas Tech final play. End zone, that's reaching. ASU survives. ASU survives. Top 10 wins. I'm switching to the half. Well, you have to get the footage. I can't just put a video out in 10 minutes. You say play start name. ASU will storm the field. Top 10 upset. 26-22. Their Big 12 hopes remain alive. What a comeback win by ASU. I missed 40 yards. Right, it's college, but still, why even take the chance? Why even take the chance? All right, come on. I'll show you the essay at halftime. I'll show you the essay. Got to refine a few more things, but I'll show you it at halftime. It's going to be plus 21.5. Oh, boy. You got me at a good line. Marco on the 5. Appreciate you, man. They're like, hey, we got a game going on here. Yep, we got a game going on. We'll walk in here. They had Brian Callahan. I think they did. Appreciate you, Marquand, as always. Next week, some decision. Hopefully. I mean, that was such a bizarro ending. I don't even know how to explain what happened in the Florida game, and then ASU coming back with a drive with 2 minutes left. I don't know how to explain it. They literally, a field goal wins the game. I don't know how to explain what Mississippi State did. I got nothing. The tweet that Mississippi State put out about the final score, 9 likes, 133 comments. Well, that's a ratio. Holy cow. Final ASU with Texas Tech. First one of our AP teams since the Oregon game. I was at that game. What a moment that was. Quarter field storm? Yes, I have. You next week on decision? Yes. Should be. But yeah, I've been part of it. I'm not like part of the first wave. So I come afterwards. I'm not part of the stampede. I'll come after. I've done it twice. Once in college, once when I was in grad school with ASU. Texas in front. Texas front. Yes, Texas the opposite of back. The 7-all your score. USC ball when we get back here. Good start so far to this game. It's a nice reverse by Alabama. Oh, they got space. Oh, Simpson, nice block to the 10-yard line. Right, here we go. Back underway in South Bend. One ends up to the other. How long would it take? Oh, I have no idea. I have no clue. Probably guess 27. 27 seconds, I would say. I never timed it. I've never timed that. Probably not 27. I've done the 40. Like, I'm usually like a 6'3", 40. But obviously you're losing breath and you're losing steam by that point. Like 21. What would I say if I was a head coach? Just try to get closer in field goal range. But the kick here will go into the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, Simpson's way better than Milrow. I said at the time, I said Simpson is Milrow was holding him back. I think Simpson's going to be really good. And Bama right by the goal line. 3rd and goal at the 2. Meanwhile, USC ball the 25 on the touchback. First drive touchdown for Mayava. Yep, off the leaderboard. Yep, you are off the leaderboard. You are off the board. 2 at the top of the screen. 3 at the top, actually. Back to his right is King Miller. Again, playing for Waylon Jordan, the injured player. Play action. Flat's not there. It's now going to go intermediate route. Wide open. It's caught the 40 by the tight end to the 45 and brought down at the 50 out of bounds. It's Walker Lyons. So the last 2 throws by Mayava. Touchdown to one tight end, McCree, and then a 25-yarder to the other tight end, Walker Lyons. James starting coach again. I could see... Touchdown, Bama. Mississippi State, that was a funny, dumb decision. It was a funny, dumb decision. First team coach again? I mean, he'll get a job somewhere. I could see, like, Maryland if they fire their coach. Wisconsin, maybe. I would say Wisconsin. Because Fickle's a dead man walking at this point. One of the top 2 at the bottom, back to his left. They send 4. Mayava looking down the sideline. One-on-one, incomplete. Looking for Lyons, but that time, tight coverage by Aiden Schuler. Hellos to Mississippi State. Bad defense on a 2-minute drill. Really bad defense on a 2-minute drill. Funniest decision ever? I would say playing Zeke at center. Playing Ezekiel Elliott at center was the dumbest decision. The funniest dumb decision. It's like, what did you expect to happen? Just playing your running back at center. Should be enough to pull the ball. You would think. You would think. I think he's gone tomorrow. I think Fickle is gone tomorrow. John's for the fire. We got coming in hot today. I appreciate you guys a ton. 2nd down, play action. Mayava scrambling, flushed out, fires on the run, and somehow finds his man at the 28. I don't know how he did that. I thought he would just throw that ball away. Instead, somehow, Tanook Hines, with his 3rd grab of the day, able to make it and stay in bounds before being pushed out by Schuler. What a play there. What a throw. Keeping the nice down the field. Ball to 28. Play action. Comeback route. That's caught by Lane to the 25. He'll get 3. Brings up 2nd 7. But how many games do they play in 27? I'm going to say 100. I'm going to go 100. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But I'm going to say they'll play 100. I think we'll get baseball by Memorial Day in 27. Again, the antitrust exemption is just going to loom over their heads in terms of, hey, if you don't solve this, we're going to revoke the exemption. Second and 6. I'll go DeRitter on that one. Comeback route incomplete. Off the hands of King Miller, dropped it. Well, baseball, we think there's going to be a lockout in 2027. Not next year, the year after that. I appreciate John on that one. Appreciate you on that one. Throw it right to him. Yeah, a defensive lineman. Threw it right to him. Breakfast restaurant can only order one. What am I ordering? Pancakes. Easily. Pancakes. Why are they losing games? There's the possibility that basically the owner... Baseball is not in a good spot right now. Mayava looking, comeback route, and that is bobble. That's 2 drops in a row. And that one Lane on that one. Yeah, every big ASU game in the Kenny area would be like this. Yep. So basically, there are a lot of owners that are not spending any money, and they're also upset that there are owners that are spending a lot of money. So that's why. It's a bad spot to be in. And look, it was 18, 20, 27 the earliest. Yeah, they're not going 26. 27 is the earliest they can do it. A scenario where Georgia, Ole Miss win out, but missed the playoff if Bama and Texas play for the SEC? No, I could not. A one-loss Ole Miss and a one-loss Georgia are making the playoff. Like, there's no debate. There is no debate. There is no universe. 42-yard field goal after back-to-back drops. Sayeri, right down the middle, 10-7. There is no universe where a one-loss Georgia with their one loss to Bama and a one-loss Ole Miss with their one loss to Georgia on the road, there's no universe where they miss the playoff. If they each have one loss, I don't care what the rest of the field is, they're in. There's no way they're not in. You'll probably get 5 in the SEC that make it. 4 or 5. Has LB Salvis? Yeah, that's the $1 million question. Oh, you're going to be stuck. You're good. You're good. That's the $1 million question. The problem is that their owners are dirt cheap. They're not going to spend any money. And until those owners are out, baseball will never be fixed. Well, if you lose to an FCS school, that should disqualify you. If you lose to an FCS school, that's a little bit different. Yeah, the backup QB commercials, Progressive's pretty good. Progressive's pretty good, but man, can you imagine? Second overall pick, and here you are all these years later. Patrick Mahomes is winning all these games. He was taken after you. He's a star, future Hall of Famer, and you're doing Progressive ads as a backup quarterback as a joke. Oh, I would say the mighty have fallen, but I'm not sure who was ever in mighty. Army will win the playoff? No. No, not Army. Navy could be. Navy could be. I'll take a Prescott. Army, Navy, FBS. That's FBS. That's the top tier. 7-0 down. We'll keep you updated on that one as we are about the Holy War. You crazy how split natties happen? Yeah, it's crazy. But I get it. I get it if you're not going to do a playoff. He had a better career than another first-round quarterback. Yeah, he had the second best career of any quarterback in the first round. So that's something. That's something. The con is that he doesn't have $250 million, but the pro is that he at least has his dignity. And can go to bed at night thinking he's a good person. Notre Dame ball, when we get back, 10-7 the score. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. We got emojis in the chat if you're a fan of either one of these teams. You can show your support for any one of these ball clubs. Tomorrow we're going to be live after the Jaguars game is done. We're going to go live at around 12:30 Eastern time. The worst player in Cowboys history? Oh, where do you even start? I mean, the worst? Appreciate you, Cujo. Appreciate you, Cujo. Maybe he's the only kind that matters? Yep. I'm with you there. Besides, like, the current rankings. I appreciate you, Cujo, a ton. Played 162 push over, did back a couple of weeks. That's going to be tough. So I don't think they're going to get it resolved in time. Worst player in Cowboys history is tough because, I mean, how do you define the worst? Greg Hart's a good pick. But how do you find the worst? Like, how long did it have to play? Because you go like a player that played in the preseason for like all of one game. Jags will be Orlando. 98% chance is Orlando when they move. 98% chance. Memphis is a big time bid this week. 98% chance to Orlando. Gainesville's doing renovations on their stadium. It's just easier access to Orlando, too. Who's still undefeated? You got Indiana. You got Ohio State. Texas A&M. Where's the poll serious for coaches? Man, UCF took the Collie Matrix, so we had a split national championship there. Well, the 25-yard line on the touchback. At least 3 years on the active roster, right? At least 3 years on the active roster. I would say... Vandy's going to be top 10. Vandy's going to be top 10. Man, I want to go Shante Carver. Probably wants to go Shante Carver on that one. First down, comeback route. That's called the 34. It'll be a gain of 9 for Jordan Faison, the junior wideout, his first grab of the day. Last time out against NC State, 4 catches for 49 yards. CJ Carr was very good last time, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game. A 36-7 bloodbath against the Wolfpack. Yeah, you're good, Big Stuck. You're good. Can they make the playoff? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They only have one loss. It's a tough schedule the rest of the way. 73 doesn't count. Yeah, you can debate a lot of championships. Stand up in the middle, it's going to get 3. Now, USC thinks the ball came out. Referee's not buying what they're selling. Kelly sees down Flames. Yes, that buyout is going to be hefty at this rate. USC thinks it's a film. They're pointing to the video board saying, hey, look at this. But they're going to play on. We'll take a look at the replay afterwards. 2 at the top of the screen. In the pistol here with Love in the backfield. Stretch play to Love, and this time USC balls him up. Loss of 2. Devin Tompkins breaks out the 35. 2nd and 12. You're undefeated. Navy's still undefeated. Navy is still undefeated. Georgia Tech is also undefeated. For a look at the subdivision bonus rating, 8. Let's say 8. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. Tight end in motion is Reardon. Carr swings it out to Love in the backfield, looking for some blocks downfield, and we'll get down to the 41. Brings up 3rd and about 6. Got half the yards needed for the first. Can they get the other half here? Notre Dame touchdown their opening drive. Had a good start to the game last time against NC State. Got a touchdown their opening drive there. Back-to-back games now with an open drive tutty. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom again. Notre Dame has not lost in their last 4. The 2 losses this season, Miami and Texas A&M. Both teams were undefeated entering this week. Obviously, Miami lost to Louisville yesterday. Out route, that is incomplete. Too far out in front for the tight end. Would have been about a yard shy of the sticks. I don't feel good about Titans having a new head coach bump. So usually what a head coach bump will do is you're going to see some trick plays. You're going to see some really interesting trick plays the first drive or 2. And then we'll see what happens after that. Packers versus Arizona. Who I got? Packers. I'm not betting on the Cardinals right now. The punt here bounces at the 9, and it's a good one. We'll be down at the 7. So James Rendell, about 51 yards on that punt. USC takes over. 5:39 to go in the first when we get back. Happy for that team going USC. I get that. I get that in the sense of if Notre Dame loses, they're not making the playoff. I'm not sure USC makes it. Plot to see really Texas fan. Can you imagine? Has the plane taken off for the Packers? I know it was delayed by like 5 hours. I've not gotten an update that the plane has taken off. I've not gotten an update on the plane taking off. They will depart shortly. They've changed planes. Yeah, so they'll take off shortly. They will get on the plane. Maybe officially gone? No, I mean they won today. Game early between Georgia and Ole Miss. That was a fun one. Georgia never punted. When with the Packers, there was some mechanical issue with their plane. So they were on the runway for 5 hours. More likely to win Georgia or Ole Miss. Georgia. That schedule for Georgia is really favorable. Texas at home. Florida. I mean, they've got some good ones. So we'll check Packers. Packers did not leave. The Packers have not left Wisconsin yet. What's the biggest kid in town? Oh, yeah. That's most schools. When you're the big kid in town, you got aura. Yeah, with the bye, I could say move. I could too, but they won today, so I don't know. I don't know. I feel like every week we say this is the last week for Napier, and then it's not. You almost could lose at Oklahoma. I could see that. I could see that. I'm not sure Georgia loses another game the rest of the regular season. I don't see it necessarily. Take me closer to Sky Harbor and Mesa. Oh, Sky Harbor. Like it's like 5 minutes. to Tempe from Sky Harbor. It's off like the same exit, basically. Sort of off the same exit. Right, he was gone. Yeah, if they lost after losing a 9-point lead with 2 minutes left, he was gone. He was gone if that happened. Now I don't know. He still should be gone. Forgets to remove Depot and Joker from their lineup. Usually, I mean, I don't remove guys until the day of. I never got to remove guys until the day of. There was like a hydro cone if the head does not work. Nope. Nope, it does not. All right, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe. We got a 10-7 score here. USC drive number 3. First 2 drives, 10 points. What can Mayava do here? They're going to be pinned inside their own 10 to start after a good pump by James Rundell. We'll be up to 7. Mayava back to his left, one at the top, one at the bottom. You know, nothing, the Holy War, that just kicked off. 7-0 Bama. 3 minutes ago in the first there. Keep you updated on those. Years for 8-4, 5-year extension. Oh, God. I mean, I would not mind 8-4. 8-4, I would take that. I would take him at the start of the season. Hand off, nothing doing. Bottled up in the backfield, loss of 2. Ian Schuler on the stop. Other team, Dolphins Browns makes the playoffs. Boldness rating, 8. 8.5, actually. 8.5. So his neighbors in their lineup, oh, they should be kicked out of the league. JMU, the best ML team, by far deserves a new conference. I mean, I could see him in the American at some point. I could see him going to the American. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. And now they will change the formation. Mayava takes it. Sweet play. Always got space, but cuts upfield. I'll get down to the 12. I thought he had space to the outside. Cut upfield a bit too early there, King Miller did. 3rd and 5 to regain a 7. I thought he could have got a little bit more out of that. I thought if he took this to the sideline, maybe he had a chance. They'll go quick. 3rd and 5. Notre Dame sends 6. 1-on-1. Incomplete. Broken up once a flag for PI, and not gonna get it. Christian Gray on the coverage. Best Hamilton? Yes. Here's a good coach with the buff. I'm with you on that one. Lagway's playing better, though. Lagway's actually playing a lot better now. Yeah, they won the flag for potentially tugging inside the collar. And yeah, he's got a good case. There was a bit of a tug as the receiver to Kynes was trying to make the grab. No call. It's a quick 3 and out. And Sam Johnson on the bump for the first time today for the Trojans. So Notre Dame defense does their job for the first time today. And Johnson punting. Faison back to receive. Best of yes. Fielded at the 30-yard line. Fair catch call for. It's a booming punt. About 56 yards. No return. Bring Mullen back? No. No. Absolutely not. No, Mullenberg's every bridge. Wazoo beating Virginia. Wow. After almost being Ole Miss last week. They're almost winning that game. Ball the 30-yard line for Notre Dame. That's where they're going to start their 3rd drive. They're going to punt it away last time. Bring back Spurrier. The corpse of Spurrier at this point. Ball the 29, so add another yard onto that punt. 2 at the top, 1 bomb back to his right is Jadarian Price. In for the first time today. Carr, they'll send 4. It's going to be a comeback route. That's caught the 36-yard line by Faison. Makes a man miss and then slides down to 37. Gain of 8. Taken down on the play at the 37-yard line by Desmond Stevens, the middle linebacker. If UV ends up killing Louisville, top 10. Or definitely top 15, I should say. Maybe not top 10, but definitely top 15. 1 top 3 at the bottom. Carr, pressured. He's going to run right into the sack. He did not sense any pressure on the blind side. Cameron Founan just runs right into him. He literally was looking at Founan and ran into him. You remember studio? God, no. Feel bad for Rutgers? I don't feel bad for them. But we knew Oregon, yeah. I mean, we knew Oregon was going to win that game. I mean, we all knew it. I mean, no one's shocked by the outcome. 3rd and 11. You've episode Memphis Tigers will not be in the top 25 anymore. Nope. South Florida will be in there, but that's going to be probably the only Power 5 team in there. Or Group of 5, I should say. Swings it out to Price. Price trying to make a man miss. Jukes upfield to the 35. Stays on his feet. Brought down the 37. Valiant effort, but it's only going to be a gain of 9. And they'll have to punt the ball away. I don't think they're going for it here. Who wins the Pac-2 this year? Wazoo. Oregon State's a mess. Wazoo will win the Pac-2 by default. So 4th and 2. Nice job by Price making a few guys miss, but I don't think there's much of a decision here this early on. 4th and 2, you're going to punt the ball away. And James Rodella, for the second time in as many drives. Boys get votes? No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't get votes. 2 losses, and the losses were against good teams, not even close. I can't call them a top 25 team. Fair catch call for. I'd be a hypocrite to give them votes and not give Illinois votes. 15-yard line on the fair catch. It's about 48 yards on punt, no return. Who drops down goes in? Memphis and Nebraska replaced by... Well, Louisville in. Michigan, probably, yeah. ASU has a chance, too. ASU has a good chance. I think the voters might give ASU a pass for last week against Utah. Because last week against Utah, they were playing without their starting quarterback. Leavitt was out. So I think if you look at this ASU team, like, okay, with their starting quarterback, they have 1 loss. And that loss was on the road at the last second against Mississippi State. Like, ASU might get some votes. They're next to be ranked again. That performance against USF was pretty bad. They're not going to be ranked anytime soon. How's it going? It's going well. Florida won, ASU won. It's been a wild day of college football. Ball the 15 for USC when we get back in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button and subscribe. It does help us out a ton. Yeah, Houston too, yeah. Houston too. ASU is a bowl, yep. Yeah, I think people look at ASU and be like, okay, this is a team that has lost 1 game with their starting quarterback all season. After making the playoff last year, and that shouldn't count, but this team is 3-1 in conference play. Cincy could get ranked. You're like, Atlanta City? Yeah. Cincy could... Oh, wait, Cincy's already ranked. USF top 15, they destroy FAU. They top 15? I don't know about that. I don't know if they're jumping that high. I don't know if they're jumping that high, but they're top 20. They'll say top 20. First down play action. Mayava pressured, has to escape the sack, and he will get rid of it over the middle of the field, but way incomplete, underthrown. 2nd and 10. Miami won the locale this week. Mississippi State for how that game ended. I have Off Christmas, NFL Home on Netflix. Yep, there you go. Yeah, that was a thriller. Ole Miss won't drop that much. No. They'll still be top 10. Yeah, the locale, Miami's a good pick. Mississippi State's a very good pick. How they lost that game is insane. Handoff here, nothing doing. Bottled up behind the line, loss of 2. Bring up 3rd and 12. Give it to Harry Dolan for just the 4th time this season. Play Thursday football the day before. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who played on that one the day before. I don't know who played on that one. 3rd and 12. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. NBA Institute Commissioner. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Silver's not good. Handoff, and they'll get some breathing room, but that's it. Gain of about 4 for King Miller, and they're going to have to punt the ball. So back-to-back 3 downs for the Trojans. I know who played Sunday Night Football when the speech preempted the game for a little bit. Fourth and 7. Prepare for Wisconsin, get an incredible schedule? No. Why should we feel bad? Why should we feel bad for any of these teams? Why are we feeling bad for players making millions of dollars? Why are we feeling bad for coaches making millions of dollars? Why are we feeling bad for these guys that knew what they signed up for? Fair catch call for the 37. Jared's played that Sunday. Okay, let me think. December 2012 would it be Miami? I think it was Miami. I think we played Miami that Sunday. I think it was Miami. Virginia loses to Wazoo. North Texas to be ranked above Miami because of transit property. Yep, gotta love transit property. Florida State beat Alabama. Does that make AC better than SEC? It does not. It does not. It just means no one knows anything week 1. Ball to 37. Presidential address. Will he stop a game? No. Handoff. Price to the 50. 45, 40. Up the middle to the 35 and down to the 32. USC cannot stop the run today. Love had a big run from 62 yards out. This run by Price goes for 32. And it's a first down. Already over 100 yards of rushing in the first quarter. Jadarian Price entered this game with 422 yards on 6.7 yards per carry. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. I mean, they would, For a presidential address, they would probably show it at halftime. That's what they did in 01. Handoff. And that'll be a gain of 8 for Price down to the 23. For a second when they skip out the EC, yeah. They can't win anything right now. Yeah, the legendary 05 game, the Bush push. Oh, yeah. Great game. Great game. I think we played... Let me check. I think we played Miami. That was... Okay, December 14th. So December 16th. Well, wait. If it was the 16th, it was... I think it was the Jets. If it was the 16th, it was the Jets. If it was the 16th, it was the Jets. No, it was the Dolphins. I was right. I was right. It was Miami. Holy cow, my memory is great. It was Miami. First game after 9/11, they played the Titans. That was the Titans. 2nd and 2 when we get back. BYU top 10 to beat Utah? No. But they're awfully close. They're awfully close. Bush push was the OG tush push. Yep. More ethical. The more ethical push. So Matthew, the war in the Middle East, they did announce it while the NFL was on. I did a video on that. And just how insane it was. I did 2 videos on it. Here's one from... one of the games. And then here's one. Houston get ranked? They could. They could. Temper tantrum because we're going to miss the Jags games. Family change plans? No, they know. They know. I mean, my dad's a Jaguars fan too. They know. They know, like, Sundays are just like, we'll do any other day, just not Jaguar football. We're not messing around with that. Star Trek Marvel, that was a good video. Never knew that. Appreciate it. You know, that was a fun story to do. That was a fun one to do. And it's funny, too, because it was funny, too, because NFL Throwback posted a video the very next day about the Bills-Falcons game from '89. And it was like, oh, weird coincidence. My bad on that. Packers are in the air. The Packers are in the air. And then my favorite one that I did with that, when they declared war in the middle of the game, was when they played Born on the USA afterwards. Am I the only one shocked BYU has been good? After they lost to quarterback, I am very surprised, yes. Yeah, they could be ranked. They could definitely be ranked. Did my parents let me miss important family stuff for Jaguar games? Yes. But importance? I don't know about importance the right word. How can they even afford a buyout? Adidas. Adidas came in. There was a dumb decision? No, the other one, I get the other one completely. A wedding on Sunday fall? I don't go. It's that simple. I don't go. USF crush on Texas. Miami crush USF. Yeah, nothing makes sense. College football. My brain hurts. You laugh at being Oregon State? That would be hysterical. That would be amazing. Yeah, but like, there was never any important family function. Like, it was at the point where Christmas Eve, if it ever fell during a football day, we would just schedule it around the Jaguars. Most important thing I missed because of Jaguars football. Okay, well, this isn't really because of Jags football, but because of my job, I'm missing a wedding of a really close friend next week. Yeah, function, yeah, I don't go. Like, the Jags have a bye next week. I'm missing a really, like, a wedding of someone I've known for, like, my whole life. But I can't leave the studio. It's just work-related. It's not even, like, it's just, like, it's work. In terms of, like, before I did this as a job, like, hex, yeah. Florida, no, they can afford the buyout. It's not that bad. The buyout at this point in year 4 is not that bad. But in terms of, like, specifically Jaguars? Like, before this became a job. Yeah, my wedding? Oh, yeah, well, we would break up. They get it, unfortunately. Believe me, I want to be there. It's just, work is just... The pass on? Yeah, oh, yeah. Did you know I thought nothing of that Alex did nothing wrong? Oh, I thought he did everything wrong. He didn't even touch the ball. He didn't even touch it. Hand off to Love down to the 16. He literally did not even touch the ball. When you rewatch it, you see why it's terrible. Yep. You're like, yep, that doesn't make sense. Home and home round between every team. Yep, and the players are dead if we're playing 300 games. The most important thing I've missed because of a Jaguars game. Okay, I will say, most important thing I've missed. I'll give you the answer. One on the top, one on the bottom. Hand up the middle. Price to the 10. Bounces outside to the 5. Price. The price is right. Touchdown Notre Dame. He gets in for the 8th time this season. Well, it's more like I need to make money. Like, it's one of those, like, I get anxiety when I leave. Like, so basically, long story short, I did a wedding during football season 2 years ago when I went to Kansas City. And I was like a wreck. I was a nervous wreck. It's not about watching football. It's about working. Yeah, he never touched the ball. Yep, he never touched the ball. It's not about missing games. I mean, that's one thing. I could watch at the bar or something. The wedding's on Saturday, too. So I could do that. And then it's more... Do you think... Not anymore. Not anymore. Because it's work. It's work-related. Extra point is good. They couldn't even tell watching on TV years ago. Yeah, he did not touch the ball. He did not touch the ball. Like, it's more like I went to my friend's wedding, couldn't pre-record videos. No, because the videos are about the games. The money videos are about the games. And the live streams and whatnot, like, I can't not do it during football season. Was the Jags in the trial? For 5 murders? I would disown him at that point. For 5 murders? You're on your own. Maybe 1 murder is a mistake. Maybe they got it wrong. Maybe wrong place, wrong time, and they got the wrong person. 5 murders. Yeah, you're on your own, kid. Like, Colts quarterback of the winning Super Bowl. Yes, I could be. Is there a break? I take breaks, just not during the season. Like, I got really bad anxiety. Basically, I got really bad anxiety when I was in Kansas City for the wedding, and I'm like, I'm never doing that again. I told myself I'm never doing that again. If there's a wedding in Arizona, I'll do it. If there's a wedding in New York, I'll do it. Maybe if I watch the Jaguars game before I did for work, anyone got mad at me? No. No, they know. They know. It's like my one boundary. That's my boundary. But I said, like, okay, if the wedding is in New York, the problem is that the wedding's not in New York. If the wedding is in New York, I can be at my parents' place and whatnot. I have a setup. I'll do it. If the wedding is in Arizona, I'll do it. But I will not travel for a wedding during football season. If it's not Arizona, not New York, I will not travel. What are you doing as a parent? I mean, yeah, that's a good question, too. That's a good question. First time at 25. Most important thing I missed, I got selected for All-State Choir, and part of the reason why I didn't do it was the concert was on a Sunday. But also, I didn't have any desire to do it. But that was one of the reasons why. I didn't have any desire to do it. Because you have to, like, stay in Albany for 4 days and room with people, and I just didn't have a good experience with, like, all county choirs, and, like, All-State just did not excite me at all. Screen pass, it's a gain of 1, but part of why also was Jaguars. I also missed senior homecoming to go to a Jaguars game. I missed senior homecoming to fly down to Jacksonville for a game. For NFL fans to still go events or watching the game sometimes. Oh no, I'm just a diehard like that. I knew for other sports. 2nd and 9. Mayava stepping up, and he will get sacked and play. Ball came out at the 19. Who's got it? Who's got it? Notre Dame says they have it, but he's going to be marked down at the 20. We're going to have a wedding in New York? There's a lot of places. There's a lot of places. Are you kidding me? There's a lot of places in New York you can have a wedding. There's a flag on the play, though, here. Hit the lottery in Brazil, have the setup. Well, that's different. Yeah, if I have the setup, if I can work, I would do it. If I knew I didn't do any of them, that's a little bit different. When KC, yes, that was the man I talked about, yes. The flag is on the defense, meanwhile. Rogersdale won for the flea flicker. Rogers forgot was flea flicker. Oh, I did not see that. Madison Penn State to waste 720, buying him out. No, it was Adidas who did it. Yeah, defensive holding, easy call there. It's falling to the ground with Jacoby Lane. Marcus Freeman even calling the defense for Notre Dame. I don't even know at this point. But they'll get defensive holding, first down for the Trojans. Since they have 3rd and long, new set of downs on the 36-yard line. One of the top 3 at the bottom. Wait for the contract to expire. Donors would be livid. Problem is that donations would stop coming in. It'd be like, fire the coach or I'm not giving you any more money. Slam pass, let's call, breaks a tackle to the 45-40 and down at the 38. Thrown out of bounds there by Schuler, but a nice scramble slam by Mekhi Lemon. Squeezing every yard out of that Notre Dame defense on that run. Breaking a couple of tackles, pushed out at the 38 by Tay Johnson, actually. Number 9, not number 8. Not number 8. One of my, like, a family friend, we're going to have a wedding in New York City, or in New York. I mean, Long Island or some places, but New York, oh man. One of my family friends, this was in 2023. They send 4, going deep down the sideline, and it is broken up, incomplete. And it was on a Sunday, so I couldn't have done it because I was streaming the games. But New Year's Eve, got married in Times Square. Last one to go through, Nick. Last one to not go through. You had a wedding in New York at a restaurant, like renting out the place, Times Square, New Year's Eve. I want to know how much that costs. But parents had a wedding in River, the Hudson River, got married while docked in Jersey City. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Last year just goes to his lame duck. Yeah, but then the problem is that no one would sign. Like what player would sign? What student athlete would sign? Hand over the middle. That's your first down to the 26-yard line. But what player would sign for a coach that they don't know if he's going to be there next year or not? Like what would, like, who would sign? Who would sign with a guy like that? If you don't know if your boss is going to be there. Want to draft me in Times Square? No. Central Park. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. No, I'm not giving my basic liberties for that. I'm not giving my basic liberties. Lions player calling the Brian Branch video hippies. It was a weird look they deleted it. It was a weird look that they put out that video that was very biased and then deleted it. In the flat to the back, Miller will be brought down the 22-yard line. That was a weird look, I will say. That was a weird look by the NFL. Last time I went to was 10 years ago because my friends was getting dad's friends. I saw one of the students I really hated. Oof. Yeah. Teams start coaching all the time. Yeah, but if they're a lame duck, I mean, you know they're not coming back. They fire all the time, then they enter in the transfer portal. And we'll go to church wedding again? Nope, I will never do that. I'll never do that. Second down, 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Empty backfield here for Mayava. Looking. Comeback route. Caught at the 19. Gain of 3. Lane. Tennessee alum sitting next to the table next to mine. So me and 4 other guys watching the game on his phone throughout the entire fourth quarter. Nice. I mean, like, look, I'm fine, like, missing games. It's just, like, with my work, it's like, I can't be away. I need to be able to, like, I literally, like, I have a problem. Like, I legit packed a TV in my carry-on. Or my luggage. I legit packed a TV. When I went to Kansas City, see a Jaguars game? Nothing. I'll never do it. Never do it. Like, unless, like, one of my immediate family members on their deathbed. In the flat, and that's caught by no gain. Brought down behind the line. Jaden Richardson, his first grab. Someone gets bowl eligible? I don't think they do, but it's a heck of an effort. That one's send. The Brian Branch one? The hit piece? That one's set. There was another one. Penn State's new coach? I think it's going to be Matt Rule. I think it'll be Rule. I don't know who, like, who it's going to be, but Rule seems like the favorite. Global One scores by 10%? Oh, fact. Fact on that one, because they're going to expand and play more games internationally. And they're already going to more continents and countries than before. They're going for on 4th and 3. One at the top, one at the bottom. Yeah, I'm still watching on my phone. Play action in the flat. That ball is caught, but nothing doing. Ball came out the end. No catch. McCree, the intended target. 3rd and 4th down. They go in the flat, and they'll turn over on downs. It goes too far. Well, it's not hyperfixation. This is, like it's my job. Like, this is my job. This is not like a, like, I brought, like, as a monitor. I was like, I need to bring something as a monitor. I forgot how to cover the decision. Yep. Well, he would be freaking out, too. Please someone said that time. It did not. The Brian Branch one sent, but the other one did not. Really go with Rule of Penn State? He could. He could. Why they stopped playing Mexico? Part of it was just field conditions. They'll be back. Touchdown. Oh, no. Down the 2-yard line. I thought he was going to get in. Brought down by the foot. But they stopped playing Mexico because field conditions of the stadium. Also, they don't want to get the field destroyed for the World Cup. But they'll be back. And also they're doing renovations. My job because it's Inception. Yep. For the video as well. Yeah, it didn't go through. Didn't go through. Yeah, Birds likes failure. People use as evidence. Oh, yeah, no, that didn't go through, but it's not evidence, just a weird look. It's just yeah, it's a weird look. Like, I don't get why they put it out and why they deleted it. Because they're fire Marvin Lewis, or they just wait for the contract to expire? I think with that, they let it expire, but that was... Pros are different. The pros are different than college. So it's not like you sign players off the basis of the coach being there or whatnot. Like, you know, it's not like recruiting guys. Look forward to the next chapter somewhere in 26. Yeah, maybe Wisconsin. I'd say Wisconsin. Colin, I love you. Oh, Trevor, what are you doing on decision? Yep, pretty much. Yeah, they're ramming the sticker. That's why. That's why. They'll be back in Mexico. They'll be back. Texas Chris starts games. It feels that way. So they'll be back in Mexico. Believe me, they're not just abandoning Mexico. There's no way they would do that. Oregon State, yeah. Would he go is the question. I'm not sure. He's still got a Power 4 gig somewhere. He's good enough for a Power 4 gig. I mean, the job he did at Penn State and Vanderbilt, he'll get a Power 4 gig. Oregon State's beneath him, I think. Now I'm touching on Tennessee. Where Arturo's like, Sean, yeah, but at least those coaches win games. Yeah, I think they should have in certain words. I think so, too. Offside the campus, they're selling off to pay for the buyout. Oh, that should not be allowed. I thought Adidas was fronting the whole thing. I thought Adidas was fronting the entire thing. I packed the TV, did it make it better? Yeah, I used it as a monitor. Because I didn't know like what the hotel TV was going to be like. Around the trip? Yeah, I actually did. Yes, I did. I did. Yeah, no, I don't travel during football season anymore. Because it's just too much with my work. Yeah, Tennessee now gets a touchdown. Yeah, at least the Steelers keep coaches on, but they win. Like, it's not like Shad keeps them on and they'll win like 3 games a season. Slam pass sets caught first down to the 30 and brought down the 33. Gain of 14 for Jordan Faison. Oh, like Shad equals it. That's fair. That's fair. On the trip? No. Oh, just me. Just me. Then my dad joined me in Jacksonville. It was I went from there to Kansas City, flew out Sunday morning, got to Jacksonville like 11 o'clock in the morning, and then the game was on Monday night. And I just watched all the games that day in Jacksonville. Lose money? Yes, I did, yes. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Hand them up the middle, down to the 40. Running the ball down their throats right now. Love, gain of 6. You want to book for about 2 weeks? Yep. Well, that's why. That's why, I do cruises. Because if I don't, I would overwork myself and my body would not like it. The other thing, too, is why I do cruises versus other places, is that I will work no matter what. Oh, not over 1,000. No, not over 1,000. But no, I never make 1,000 in a weekend. I barely make 1,000 in a week. 2 at the top, 1 on the bottom, back to his left. Did not send. Handoff, Love to the 50, Love to the 45, and Love breaks a tackle, going down to the 35 and down to the 33. You know, I barely make 1,000 a week. Why'd I go if we got really bad stress? I didn't know how it was going to be. And also, it's like my best friend. My best friend from college, from law school. Or I guess a sport law business program. Like my best friend, like I would die for her. Like it was, like I couldn't not go. Like I couldn't not go. Currently, when we're young, oh man. Oh, I'm jealous. Yeah, I know people that go that every year. They love it. They love it. Oh, they're only from 20 million? Oh, man. I thought they were from the whole thing. Is everybody don't overwork stuff already? Yep. Yeah, I like doing that. I like what I do. It doesn't feel like work most of the time. But one of the reasons I do cruises, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom, back to his right. Handoff again up the middle. Price, who got the touchdown last time, brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain by Stevens on that. Come on, every now and then. Testing, yep. Testing, you're good. Well, that helps, hopefully. Not from friends. No, definitely not from friends. Definitely not from friends. No, I will never ask friends for money. It might just be certain words. I don't know why. But 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Play action. Comeback route. That's called the 27. And that's the first time of 20. Sad reminder, millennials age. Yeah, I would say, like, I don't, like, ask. I don't ask, but they'll sometimes support me in, like, crazy ways. Tell me when you see. All right, let's see. Could make Moore's lawyer now? It depends on the kind of lawyer. Depends on the kind of lawyer. Also depends on the month. Hand off to the outside, love to the 20, 15, 10, 5, stiff arm down to the 4. Like, depends on the time of year. Like, during the off season, yes. During the regular season, rig, okay, that went through. Google semi taxes, yes, they do. Fig, there you go. Wait for us for 30, yep. Yeah, we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat. Yeah, turn them into the worst rushing team in the Big Ten. That's crazy when you think of their history with Taylor and Gordon and all those guys. Dig, yep, that went through. Hand off up the middle. Love, we'll get nothing. Second and goal. Yeah, Google sends me a form. They sent me a form for that. Second and goal. They went touchdown last drive. Trying to make it back-to-back. Go up by 2 scores here. They were like, they'll like give me stuff. Like, I don't ask for it, but it's like, but they'll give me stuff. Text 74 Jack Robinson. I go quarterly. Rig, Fig, Dig went through. Those 3 went through. The other 2 did not. Second and goal, handoff to Love, and he's bottled up. Nowhere to go. Brought down initially by Anthony Lucas. Third and goal. Long drive here for the Irish. Start inside their own 20 after the failed 4th down conversion in the flat. Meanwhile, injured player for Notre Dame. It's one of the linemen. Billy Schroth, the left guard, is down. If a scandal would it be? Be the biggest scandal in the history of American sports. Like, easily. Easily biggest scandal in the history of American sports. If it was. So injury timeout, we'll come back to that. Nothing, still in the Holy War. 7-0 in the Alabama-Tennessee game. And appreciate all you guys being here. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. How's it going, Michael? Hope you're all well. Sabres with the Panthers 3-0. Sabres, not bad as of late. Not bad as of late. Give us a slog, Vader, I'm tired. No, the game's not a slog. The game's actually way ahead of the pace compared to the other games. And we are not doing OT tonight. Just keep that in mind. We're not doing OT. No, Dave, yeah, Sweden's not in danger. But 26 he could be. This year, one bad year is not going to derail him. That's a bad one for Clemson. So 5 words, all right, go for it. Third and goal at the 4. Or just Friday, yep. It's been a long day. I typed in the wrong name earlier. Red Wings good? Too early to tell. Play guy went down with a medical emergency with a color commentary filling for both positions. Yes. They would try and do both. Or they would have a studio guy. One of the guys in the studio do it. But probably just that. Slay, pray, delay. That went through. Bay. I love LA. I only play that for wins. Hey, Utah, but it's ANCU's best interest to beat WIU. Yes, it is. All 5 went through. Yes, all 5 went through. No OT, not tonight. I'm going to the bar afterwards. So, no OT tonight. We're going to do OT tomorrow. Hard to wake up at 6 a.m. for the Jaguars? Yeah, a little bit. But we do it. Obviously, we do it. I'd rather sleep in, but I like just getting the game out of the way. I will say, I like the Jaguars playing the early window. I'm fine getting up. Yeah, it's not like the most fun, but I'm fine getting up and then just getting the game out of the way. I just have the whole afternoon slate to just relax and enjoy myself. Yeah, that went through. Arcade went through, yes. America currently second is last in the Big 16. Yeah, they did not look good today against UCF. They did not look good. A little bit better? That's good. Glad you're feeling better. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. We got an injury timeout. Get pretty on football season? It depends on the day. Usually about 5.5. Goes to Columbus with the Jaguars game. I got bigger issues at that point. Yeah, about 5.5 per day during football season. Is the future still teal? Not this year. Next year it could be. Shohei's performance, best performance by any player in any playoff game ever. 6 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs. I mean, how do you beat that? How do you possibly beat that? Third and goal after the injury timeout in the pistol. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Yeah, we'll do OT tomorrow after the game. Third and goal. They bunch everyone in. Tight end in motion. Play action. Carr, pump fake. Nowhere to go. Has to just throw this ball away. Scrambling backwards at his own 23. Losing yards. Now fires end zone. Intercepted. I don't know what the heck that play was to the 15-20. And out of the 23-yard line. I don't know what he was doing there. But Braylon Shelby dropping back in coverage. Making the pick for the Trojans. A busted play that Carr just, for whatever reason, decided to keep going. There's a flag for an eligible man downfield. Not surprised, that play took all of 17 seconds. That was not supposed to happen. Carr was looking for his first read in the flat. It wasn't there. Second read wasn't there in the corner. So he just tries to improvise. Instead of throwing it away, you got now 4 different linemen down the field at this point, and Carr just tries to throw across his body into triple coverage for some reason. Again, CJ Carr's been playing all right this year, but that's his 4th pick of the season. What a bad time for that one. You know, Dion actually preaches very good values. Dion, like, I like how he holds his players accountable. I've been very surprised by that. I thought he was going to let his players run a free-for-all. In fact, he holds players accountable. Yeah, Dion's not bad. Dion is not bad. First down handoff here to Miller. He'll get down to the 27. At some point, you got to start winning. Yep, at some point, the train will have to come off. We're doing a this weekend. The Dolphins go to Spain, so I got to get that Sunday and head to my dad's place since he got network. But it's only 7 minutes away. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, 7 minutes, that's not bad. That's not bad. 2nd and 4. You don't have to get up that early. Yeah, I'm getting up at like 6:15 for the game tomorrow. 6:20. I'm going to roll out and just do that. We'll be live after the game is done for like 30 minutes. They send 4. Back shoulder incomplete. Once a flag with PI. Going to get it. Going to get it. Walker Lyons getting called for that one. Getting called for that one. Lions able to draw the PIs. Corey comes in with a 5er. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Hershiser. Well, I think the next message will probably Don Larson. I would say Don Larson with a perfect game. So it is a Dodger, but I think a different Dodger. If JG ever sees her in Meyer, I'd have a few choice words like you and R and a jerk. Bit more than that. Be a little bit more than that. Like it's funny. Yes. Appreciate you, Town Corey. Yeah, Ermeyer. Man, what can you say about the guy? That has not been said already. I'd have a lot of questions. None of them will be positive. Sukiyaki, I love the Taste of Honey version. I love the, was it 3 p.m. version? The last active pitcher were Blue Jays and Expos. Was it? Cologne played for everyone. So, oh, wait, Cologne's not active anymore. I have no idea, actually. Hand in the middle, that's going to get, that was 3 down to the 46. You know, very good college coach, obviously. Very good. I mean, elite college coach, but pro, not so much. I would kick him. Yep. Tell him, show him how it feels. Grind on his wife at the bar. So like 10 in a week, I would be. Take him out to a bar and just start grinding on people. 2nd and 7. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. Only a few minutes drive to go to his place, watch the Dolphins. That's good. That's not far at all. They send 4. Screen pass. Caught by his back behind the line to the 50. 45. First down. Runs into his own lineman. Bounces off and out at the 36. Brian Jackson. That's what surprised me. I will have no idea on this one. Levine take his shirt off? Yes, he does. Yes, he does do that. He does do that. Scherzer? Really? He was an Expo? I would say no, he was a National. Unless you're saying like throwback uni. Was he doing with his finger? Yeah. Unless we're talking like throwback uniform. 2 at the top. Mayava. Second read. First down to 24. Gain of 12 brought down by Gray. As a catch made by Jacoby Lane. Iowa tried 66-yard field goal, which was blocked from Trevor's touchdown. Jeez. 66 yards in college? As Tennessee's going to get a safety. 9-7 Alabama. That'll be a safety. That's a safety dance. The worst thing he did on the field as coach? The dumbest thing. I'll tell you the dumbest thing he did. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. 3:26 to go. There was a game against the Seahawks where it was 24-6? Tight end in motion. It was Lions. Handoff here, Miller. Bottled up at the line. Nowhere to go. Brought down the 23 gain of just 1. Jalen Steen on the stop. I pitched with more exercises. Oh, trick question. Kings are the Jags from the NBA? Yeah, I would say so. Final score for the game, considering the conditions, 4-2. Now, I got Dolphins. We'll go 17-3 on that. 17-3. But the worst thing he did was 2 minutes left. Was, I think, 24-6. We just got a touchdown. We decide to go kick the extra point to not make it a 2-score game. It keeps it at 3-score game, 24-7. The decision, I got to check it out. They said for, I don't know how good the kicker is in terms of range. Deep down the field, dragged down, no call. Jacoby Lane. Yeah, now they get the call. I was going to say, he was being dragged all the way. Jacoby Lane draws the PI. That'll be an easy PI call at the 8. You run the ball in this kind of weather, get H-Chan going? Absolutely. But we kick the extra point and keep it at 17. So 2.2, still a 3-score game. And then we go onside kick, which is like, wait, so are you surrendering or are you going? I'm like, wait, what? What are you doing? Like, why would you onside kick in that spot if you already waved the white flag? Like, I didn't get that at all. First and goal at the 8-yard line. Back-to-back, or 2 PIs on this drive. 5 pounds wear and tear. So far, broadcast of the game in Gainesville is not great. Sometimes didn't know what down it was and didn't know when the flag came out. Yeah, no, the broadcast was not good. The scoreboard was still 23. They said 23-20 and they were driving it. It was like, no, they didn't score a touchdown. They overturned it. I was like, so like Mississippi State was driving it, said 23-20, but it wasn't. It was 23-14. Handoff, not a whole lot there for Jackson. That should take us to the 2-minute timeout at the 7-yard line. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys being here. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. Yeah, Brown receiver's already struggling. You're telling me Jerry Jeudy is not being good this year? I'm shocked, I tell you. Every Broncos fan is shocked by that. Second and goal at the 2-minute timeout. Is that BYU on that one? Yep. Right, let's see who we're going to raid at the halftime break. See who will raid. Who's live for this? Who is live for this one? They're live. We could do them. Yeah, I think we're going to raid them. We'll raid them at the half. Why not? We'll raid them. 7 on the BYU, 13:37 to go in the first half there. But yeah, Jenkins going. That draft class is good. That draft class has been really good for the Browns so far. They got a good haul, and they've made the most of it. Holy War 1, you make the call without vegan? I don't know the math on that. It would have been close. It would have been awfully close. It would have been awfully close. I think it might have edged by a hair. By an absolute hair, it might have edged. Don't think Browns win unless God interferes. Well, there's going to be a lot of bad weather. Only way to live is to draft a Hall of Famer with your first round pick, and the only GMs you can pick are Idzik or Gene Smith. Who am I choosing? Gonna go a Hall of Famer with my first pick. Oh. Okay, at least in the first round, he played it by the book. Oh, what year was that game? Oh, that was like 15 years ago, I think. Utah fans feel from Utah who aren't Mormon? To some extent. Browns Dolphins probably in the last 2.5 hours of real time. That'd be the dream. McDaniel fired for the Ravens game if they lose. Well, I think McDaniel's gone this year. I would say at the very least, Gene Smith play it somewhat by the book in the first round. It was after the first round. No, I would go with Gene. I would go with Gene. Idzik was just all over the place. But at least Gene the first round. I'm not saying he sucked. But at least the first round. Eugene Monroe, good tackle for a good period of time. Alu, lengthy career in the NFL. Gabbert, yeah, we don't talk about Gabbert. Justin Blackmon could have been great if not for his own demons. I want to say I'm 10? Jeez, they might pull it off. Unless the quarterback rose up and fast. Yeah, that was a bad pick by Carr. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what Carr was doing that pick. 2nd and goal. Alva keeps it. Going to take off and run. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage. And Notre Dame should call their first time out here or get the ball back with time. They will not. It's not initially. 3rd and goal. Like, Idzik just... His first-round picks were just so off the board. What are you doing? Wackadoodle picks. Like, at least Gene Smith got 2 solid players and a great player if he was not a drunk alcoholic. It's one of those Jags, Texas, Houston, that was insane. Now Notre Dame calls him out. Yep, they'll have 2 left. Idzik, I can't. There's nothing to justify with the first round. It's like he sucked in the first round. Touchdown, Bama. They're up by 2 scores. Or they will be with the extra point. So I toss to Jam? I think toss to Jam Miller. Yep. 3rd and goal. Yeah, let him down. Death Spiral. They never came back from. Tannenbaum's a nice guy, too. Tannenbaum sat next to him on the plane back from the draft. Super nice guy. When I talk about Gabbert, Rule 2, we do not talk about Gabbert. We do not talk about Bruno. Finn's bench 2 this year. At some point they will, yes. At some point they will. 2 is losing that locker room. 2 is not a good... He's not a good leader. Third and goal. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Empty backfield here. Mayava. They'll send 4. Slam pass. Bit behind him. That get picked off. Did that not hit the ground? Notre Dame might have a pick. Let's check this out. They're going to talk it over. Interception. Interception at the goal line. Notre Dame forces a turnover. They threw a pick on 3rd and goal on their drive. And now Notre Dame gets a pick of their own. As Lane cannot... Nope, that's not going to be a pick. That's actually not even close. Never mind. Take it back. Incomplete pass. There is no universe that's an interception. They called a pick. That'll be an easy overturn. We're going to go 4th and goal. That is not a pick. Not a great throw to Lane. A bit behind him. Yeah, this is coming back. This is coming back. USC will settle for a field goal. That is not an interception. That ball hit the ground. Like, by a lot, actually. By a lot. There is no universe where that is... I'm not even going to put up a poll. It's that obvious. It's that obvious. It only took 1 bounce. How many only took 1 bounce? That's his first block field goal return in nearly 10 years as well. Colts next week Super Bowl? No. I don't think they do. They think team making boneheaded play? No, he made the smartest play we could in that spot. People on Twitter just sometimes have no idea what they're talking about. People on Twitter like to think they're the experts at stuff, and they're very clearly not. Yeah, Bowles, he's getting better at game management. He's getting a lot better at game management. I think Bucks, I trust the Bucks more than I trust the Colts to make it. They're going for the field goal? Yeah, they will. They will. They're going for the field goal. 4th and goal at the 7, they're not going for it. They're not going for it. At the 7-yard line? No way. No way. But again, the call's an interception. I'm not even going to put up a poll. It's very obviously not a pick. Ball hit the ground. Incomplete pass. 4th down. Send Sayeri out there and try your luck at 3. But Notre Dame a chance to double dip here when they get it back. They'll have 142 or thereabout after this field goal, which we assume will be good. It's a chip shot, 25 yards. I never keep outside Miss Magic. That is also true. But the time management was also just... I mean, we saw the Lions game. We saw, like, so many games. The Buccaneers-Texans game in 23. And we saw a lot. Field goal try here. Notre Dame's going to get it back with the lead. A chance to get 2 possessions before USC gets another one. Bucks Super Bowl will be fun. Yeah, it'll be breaks on my heart, but it'll be fun. Especially this year, with how close these games have been. Field goal's good. 14-13. With how crazy these games have been with the Bucks and the Jaguars this season, that would be just the most nerve-wracking Super Bowl of all time. Last time Titans cover the spread for a home game, he was their head coach. It's been that long? Holy crap. That's insane. It's been that long? My God. Absolutely, Virginia. Yeah, it's not looking pretty right now for them. ACC, this is a bad week for the ACC. This is not what they needed. With Miami losing and now Virginia potentially going down. No, Mike's not muted. Try refreshing. Flames ranked tomorrow. Fiction by a hair. Fiction by a hair on that one. Yeah, Bucks Sounders in 22 and both attempts to field with 0% chance of being made. Yep, that was also pretty bad. The Texans game in 23. I mean, the Lions playoff game. Placement with Gase, then Salah. Salah wasn't terrible. Salah deserved a little bit better. The way they did it was awful. And now Glenn, who's just... Yeah, I can't recall the last offensive coach for the Jets. It's been a while. Was it Mangini? I think it might have been Mangini. So did he have a good game? Nah, not really. He threw a bad interception by the goal line. He threw a really bad pick by the goal line. Like, when I say a bad pick, I mean a really bad pick. Worst game of the year? I don't know about that. I don't know if I'll go that far, but... That throw by the goal line was inexcusable. Across your body triple coverage on 3rd and goal, when you got 5 guys down the field already, because you extended the play by like 15 seconds. Yeah, play calling short yard has been awful. Yep. They're running the ball well, though. I will say, the one saving grace for Notre Dame is that they are running the ball very well today. USC did a good job stopping the run last time out against Michigan. Now, granted, Haynes got injured in that one, so Michigan's run defense was a little bit depleted. But they've got 12.1 yards per carry, 182 yards. We're going to take a second throw. No, you throw it away. You throw it away in that spot. So, here's your... Yes. Gators, ASU, and High Point. High Point's my number 1, but High Point doesn't have a football team. Brandon Staley or Prime Ryan Callahan? Easily Staley. Easily Staley. No, Shaw should still be the coach. We should not have been fired for 5 weeks last year. That made no sense. Shaw should still be the coach, different story. But 5 weeks firing, no. Yeah, tonight's been negative, yep. Got to capitalize on the red zones. Field goals won't win this game. Amen to that. Amen to that. You don't win games with field goals more often than not. Carr 6 for 10, 59 yards today. But the ground game has been very good. 182 rushing yards, 12.1 yards per carry. Price and Love each have bolted off a few big runs. So as long as they keep running it the way they have, they should be okay. Just can't make mistakes. And a good chance here to double dip. So they get the ball to start the second half. What can you do on this possession? Well, they're not going to have good field position. Let's kick off returns at the 16-yard line by Price. Notre Dame 2 timeouts. Ideally, you hold on to the ball till the end of this half. Get 3. You get 7, that's a bonus, but you get 3. And get the ball to start the second. I was embarrassed by that. OT night? No OT night. No, tonight I can't do it. I'm going to the bar afterwards. Ball was the first foul by Bolo Turner. Yeah, and then that was, I think, 1 year. Think of the Greg Williams game, the Bengals game. When I think of Adam Gase, I think of beating the Rams and the Browns to give us the first pick, which I'm forever grateful for. Back to his left. In the flat, caught by his tight end, out of bounds to the 21-yard line. Gain of 5 for Eli Raridon. I'll stop the clock. 7-0 in the Holy War. BYU in front. You ran out a bunch and you cut off half the field. If it's not there, you're screwed. You're screwed at that point. And no OT tonight. We'll do OT tomorrow, though. And Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And we might do Thursday, actually. Swings it out. Love to the 30. And Love down to the 33. It's going to stop the clock to reset. You're not going to bounce, but it gets 12. Well, Glenn, I think, has a case to be fired. Glenn has a good case to be fired at the end of the season. Not going to do it now, but he's got a case to be fired at the end of the season. Carr rolling out as they send forward, directing traffic. Directs it twice. Now fires downfield, and that is incomplete. Good throw. But just a bit too far bounce for Malachi Fields. Women his first of the day. 2nd and 10. Apparently there's a private event on the 24th or 23rd, so I might be doing OT on the 23rd. That Thursday. I don't know. I don't know yet. Oh, no, yeah. No, I got the dates wrong. 23rd, this Thursday, we're not going to do OT. The 30th, we will. The 30th is where what happens. Let's double check. Yeah, the heel's out. The heel's out. So, Ryan, I have a source. You're going to be surprised by this. You know he's out of bounds. I'm not going to put a poll up. The heel was out. Fields did not make the script. Heck of an effort, but he's out. If Mizzou wins, game day's at Vandy. If they lose, get ready for this. If they lose, I have a guy that works for game day. Like, he sets up the set for game day. He's on the tour that basically sets up the set, constructs the sets and everything. If they lose, so if Mizzou loses to Auburn, game day will be at North Dakota State, South Dakota State next week. Yeah, Tarleton State? I don't think that's happening. Yeah, pass incomplete. Yeah, I didn't pull up a poll. So you heard it from me first. It's either going to be Vandy or it's going to be North Dakota State, South Dakota State. Based on what I know with my short list with that. Love us run to the 2 last drive. Clear picture. USC fan grab the bar. The face mask, bring him down. Yeah, first and goal from the 1.5 versus first goal from the 3. Yeah. Yeah, there really should be a sky judge really for face mask. Yeah, no grab on that one. Easy call there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Back to his left. Pulling in motion. Carr, 2nd read, not there. Swings it out to Love. That one is dropped. Jeremiah Love out of his hands. I mean, not the best, though. A bit high, but you expect Love to come down with that one. There was a flag on the play, though. Hang on a second. Like, will other teams copy the Panthers? Yeah, it's easier said than done, but that's a sweet spot. That's what you want to do. It's going to be against Notre Dame. Now, the question is, do you accept this? Looks like illegal formation. So 2nd 15 or 3rd and 10. I'm making a 3rd and 10. I'm keeping it where it is because you can save a timeout too. Yeah, one, but it will cost you. When the Jets beat the Rams, literally. This is gonna be for after the play, I think. This might be for after the play. Personal foul. It's on Notre Dame. Got a lot to sort out here. How the Jets even win a game in 2020? Braden Mann made a crazy tackle. And Frank Gore just went sicko mode one day. Mayaba throws in a touch on this game? I think he will, yes. I think he will. So 2nd and 25. If it was illegal formation, I was going to say don't do it. But 2nd and 25, you do it. They'll throw. Carr. 2nd read. Sets his feet in the flat. That's caught. And Love will get out of bounds. It stops the clock. Which helps USC unless you can convert this 3rd and 20. Huge drop right there by Love. I mean, it was gonna be it was coming back anyway for a penalty. Like to Derek and David? I don't think so. Oh, over on how many? Oh, I didn't see that. Yep. Definitely under. Pound the under on that one. Pound the under. 3rd and 20. Would it be on? Probably like ESPN Plus or ESPN 2. Could be ESPN 2. 3rd and 20. Empty backfield. 2 to the top, 3 to the bottom. Do you watch UFC? Not really. Every now and then. They send 2 plus a spy. Carr. He'll throw that to the sideline. That's calling. Gets out of bounds. Love. At the 28. And USC has not to burn a single timeout that drive. And wins 44-42. Jeez. They're going to... Last unbeaten in the SEC remains. So they will have to punt this ball away and No time comes off the clock. USC will get it back. I'm not even sure that's a grab. He might have been out of bounds beforehand. Or start the game? Oh boy. Was that late? I don't know if that's late. The foot's still in the air when the contact is made. He's not out of bounds technically by that point. I'm fine with that being a no call. I'm fine with that one. The punt here. It's a good one. Down to the 16-yard line. 56 yards on the punt for James Rindell. No return. Now, USC, you would think where you are, you're going to run the ball here, and if you get the first, then you go. Notre Dame has 2 timeouts, so you can take it into the half if you run 3 times. Inside your own 20. Say a few bucks, but I'll get to you next week. All good. All good. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Packers airplane? Yep, finally they got on the plane. It took them 5 hours to switch planes. Crazy. Higher Jason? Yeah. It'd be good. World Series we cancel? How likely? Oh, I don't think it's going to be that likely. I don't think it's going to be that likely. Antitrust exemption goes out the window. They don't play 27. Antitrust goes out the window. Right, Ulbrich? Yeah, Ulbrich was quite the candidate. And Notre Dame calls timeout. So they'll have 1 left. Try to set their defense up. And now what's crazy about that timeout for Notre Dame is now USC can take a shot on first. If USC threw the ball on first beforehand and they didn't get it, you're getting the ball back if you're Notre Dame, if you get a stop. You're getting the ball back. Now USC can take it into the half. If they don't like what they see, first down they try throwing, doesn't work out, they can run it 2nd and 3rd down and just go into the half. Best FCS coach of all time? In terms of like protege, yeah. Coach at that level? The job that Moore did with App State. The rain is coming down in South Bend. For NBC, yep. The rain is coming. Ball up to 17, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Again, they can throw now. They can throw without penalty, basically. Without any risk of even the block to Notre Dame, because they can just run on 2nd down if it doesn't work. That was a bad timeout by Notre Dame. Opens up the entire playbook for USC now with that timeout. Yeah, they're going to throw. Again, they have no risk. They send 4. Mayaba, he throws, incomplete. And now the problem is that Notre Dame can't stop the clock. They have 1 timeout to stop the clock. Gets rained out, we flip to a different game. Like now, for USC, just run. You try to take a shot, it didn't work. Run 2nd down, run 3rd down, and go into the half. You're inside your own 20. Odds you get a lot are not great. Just run it on 2nd, run it on 3rd. That's why that time by Notre Dame was not a smart one. They're going to go 3 wide. I'm assuming they're just going to run the ball here. And they do, yeah. Just stay in bounds if you're Miller. Stay in bounds. Oh my God. He doesn't stay in bounds. So run to the side. He gets 5. That stops the clock. Are you kidding me? Does no one understand the situation? I feel like I'm losing my mind watching the end of this half. Does no one understand the assignment? Does no one get the assignment here? All I do is stay in bounds. He runs out of bounds, making it 3rd and 6. Now if you get a stop, Notre Dame gets it back again. What is going on? 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. I'm taking crazy pills. They're going to run here. Yeah, that's going to make a difference. So he gets the first. He does get the first. Now you can go. Now you can go if you're USC. Now you can go. He gets 15 on the run. 22 seconds left. They get the first. Now you, there you go. You're trying to get points here, then why do you run on 2nd? Well, they run on 3rd, gets the first, gets a nice block in the 2nd level there by Janoran Reed. So USC will get new life. It was a weird situation there, but there's a situation to watch your shit for. Timeout USC, they'll have 2 left. Let's have a 21-10. Let's look going to start 1-0 in the un-Franklin era. Ran out of bounds, give him a free timeout. Yep. SMU's got a shot deceptively. No one's talking about SMU this season. But that one against Clemson, that's big. How much do you think being on a big stage and having so many eyeballs affects in-game decision-making? It shouldn't affect you that much. Another lockout? No, I don't think so. For the NFL, no. They send 4, sack to the 32. We'll see if USC calls a timeout or they just go into the half. They are just going to take it. USC will not call a play. They're just going to take it into the half. 14-13. Irish get the ball to start the second. And it'll be like college where the clock stops? No. No, it should not be. So after the sack, they decide not to take any chances. They drop back twice to that drive. Alvin gets pressured twice, and they just decide, let's go into it with a 1-point deficit. Irish get the ball to start the second half. We'll be back in 20. I'll put a poll up. Who wins? Again, we got emojis in the chat if you're a fan of either one of these teams. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We've been here for this game or all 3 games. I appreciate you a ton. We'll do a halftime raid as we always do during these. So, with the halftime raid, we're going to raid this channel. This is, just make sure they're still live. They are. No, but he left. He left. Do I keep Terry? 4-2 loss against Ohio State and Indiana? Yes. Yes. Okay, they left. And then we'll stay on. Why not? We'll stay on. We'll stay on. Why not? We're going to stay on. We'll stay on for the halftime break. Why not? We'll stay on. Since we're not doing OT tonight, we'll stay on. Text Rangers and New York Rangers fans? Yes, there are. Yes, there are. We'll stay on for the halftime break. We're not going to take it. You said a ton? Yep. Oh, man. Gotta love measurements in this country. Gotta love measurements. Yeah, we'll stay on. Over 5 on third and over 1 on fourth. So I start following that up 2 for 2. I'm bad luck. I always seems to have one like you turn on your TV and then that starts. At 16-7 in the Bama game. Second and goal for Tennessee. 9 seconds left in the half. We got 7-all in the Utah-BYU game. So some good options today on the dock. And again, appreciate all you guys being here. We'll just stay on for this one. Because why not? 14-13. I'll give you some halftime stats. Carr, 10 for 15, 86 yards, no touchdown, 1 picks. Or 1 pick. Notre Dame, 182 yards on the ground, ran the ball down their throats. Jeremiah Love, 134 yards. Price, 57. For Notre Dame team averaging close to 5 yards carry this season. They're looking very sharp there. People root for teams based on same name mascot instead of same city. There's probably like some, but not many. Not many. All right, we're going to do, since we're going to stay on, do a modified OT. Only chat GPTs. We're only going to do GPTs. $5 gets you in. We're only doing chat GPTs. Sing karaoke night? I'm going to the bar to watch a band play. Thomas, BTJ, ETN, Lawrence, Ibuka, Irving, Mayfield. Well, Irving's not playing this week. And Ibuka might not be playing this week. So this week, Jaguars combo. But Mayfield's better than Lawrence. Ibuka, I think, is better than BTJ at this point in time. ETN better than Irving, but I would take the Bucks at that point. So $5 for a ChatGPT or more. We will do that. We will not do 3AM, great song. That's an option to a karaoke. That is an option. $50, I'll do it. I'll do it. I will do it. I will do it. That's a song list. $25 at karaoke for... What did we decide on that one? Shake It Off. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. $25 so Shake It Off with a live band at karaoke. Where's gets the ability to fix the sort of situation? Yep. So $5 or more gets you in the queue for a ChatGPT. Only ChatGPTs. We're not going to do audios for this. We're not going to do audios for this modified version. No way. No way did that just happen. Holy crap. I think you know what I was reacting to. I think you know exactly what I was reacting to. Tennessee, the final play of the half, threw it in the flat. It got picked off. Returned to the house for a touchdown. Alabama leads 22-7. But we're going to take out more because they're up by like 50,000 points. They don't want to injure more. There's no reason to keep more in the game. I think he picked it off at the goal line. James Harrison moment. Yep. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. In the flat. And he throws a pick six. And Bama gets the ball to start the half. Oh no. This could get very ugly. Very quickly. That was just a bad throw. I'm fine with the call. You couldn't run it there because you had no timeouts. Let's fight through. The flat's open. I see what he was looking at. The throw's behind him. The flat was open. No, not on position. The flat was open. He just missed him. The flat was open. He threw it behind him. He threw it behind him. That's not a dumb decision. That was the right call. He threw it behind him. For whatever reason, that ball's got to be out in front. He threw the ball behind his receiver and was able to get picked off. Oh, man. He was open, too. Fox will play or has played Holy Wars for the game. I have no idea. I have no idea. If you spread the field, it's easier to pick up 2 yards. Yeah, they're averaging a good amount today, over 12 yards carry. Joe the Fire, appreciate you, man. One of course that goes to Rangers Canadians. All right, we'll do that. We will do that. And we're going to take ChatGPTs for this one. Since we're going to stay on. Again, we're not taking audio. We're not going to do audio for this. We're not going to do audio. We're not doing audio for this. We're just doing ChatGPTs. So whole core play, yeah, it's not good. I go out here and trust me, I use paper 6-0. They're a tier 2 away from your Notre Dame program. They're good. No, they're good. I like Mendoza a lot. They're good. They're making the playoff this year. They're making the playoff this year. They are a darn good football team. I'm impressed with Mendoza. I'm impressed with what I see out of Kurt's team. Last year, I would say, yeah, that was a cupcake schedule. This year, they're legit. They're legit. All right, let me get this to ChatGPT. I appreciate you, Joe. First time I found Sean Reid. Oh, no, not this isn't the first time. I was just like, we're not doing OT tonight, so let's... There's a lot of good games on right now, so let's just stay on. Let's just stay on. I found a channel. They left at the half, so I was like, let's just stay on. I could have found one if I wanted to, but I'm like, let's just stay on. All right. All right, give me a second here. Right, the solid program. Yes, program. Yes, I'll give you that. I'm streaming the games on Tuesday. I am not. I'm doing the college football game on Tuesday. Which I think is Louisiana Tech, Western Kentucky. That's the game we're doing. Louisiana Tech, Western Kentucky is the game we're doing. I've done it before. Yeah, we did game 3 of the finals. We've done some games. Basically, I do this thing called a Hundo Jack, where anyone who donates $100 in one go can have me stream anything they want me to, no questions asked. There are some limitations, like you can't have me stream like a 24-hour event. You can't have me, it can't overtake football. Like there are certain things that are not, I will not do. But I do this thing, and we've done a few of those with WNBA, and we've got some good games out of it too. We did game 5 of the semifinals with the Aces and the Fever. That went into OT. We did the Wilson game winner against the Mercury in game 3, one of the best shots in the history of the W. Like, we've had some good ones. We've had some good ones. All right, let's do this ChatGPT, the Whiny Quartet. Here we go. Appreciate you, Joe. Let's do this thing. The Rangers win 4-3. Caillou is fuming. Oh, this is the worst. Well, marathon I could do, because marathon, they cross the line in like two hours. So I could do marathon. This is the worst. The Canadians were supposed to win. I'm Canadian. They have to win for me. Sullivan's industrial moment, yes. Do I have a filibuster for Hundo? No filibuster for Hundo. Caillou, you're louder than the buzzer. Nobody cares that you're Canadian. I care about my heritage. I don't like this game. It's too loud and cold, and they skate too fast. Why can't they just walk with normal people? This isn't fair. She throws her foam finger on the ground. I want the Demon Red to win because red's my favorite color. Why didn't anyone ask me who should win? Because hockey doesn't work like that, princess. Well, it should. I'm the princess. The crowd around them cheers as the Rangers fans celebrate. Stop cheering! Stop cheering! You're all being mean to the Canadians. They didn't give me enough popcorn. The soda was fizzy. The seat is scratchy, and I'm tired. And we get a 24-hour stream. Yeah, 800 would get us a 24-hour stream. It would. I'm tired. This is stupid. Tell him to sit down. I'm a princess. He should move for me. The game's over. Why do you even need to, like, sit down? Dr. George with a hundo. Who's got these? V-Dub, William, Jeep and Jesus, The Green Bee, Absolute Doink, Mark Moon, Tyler Spawn, Alatron, Navy in Denver, Trey Logatarios, Michael Jensen, Christopher Ralston, Chicago Mike, MH Nova, Dr. Checkmate, D-Rock 719, Money Mike Madness, Dovichkin 1307, Storm 7, Echoes. We got some inner circle. Appreciate it a ton. We're getting a basketball game. We are getting a basketball game. As members, if you're just joining the fam for the first time, you get a lot of cool perks. Your name is at the end of each video. Once a month, a members-only Q&A stream. And you get to use emojis in the chat to show us what the team is playing in the games. That gets us a basketball game. We're now 50 away from another basketball game. We're going to be doing one opening week. How many more will we do? Appreciate it a ton, as always. Back to the chat GPT. That's incredible. That is incredible. Shout out to the Giant Man's move because a 5-year-old princess told me to. Good. Do it. A goal replay flashes on the Jumbotron showing the winning goal by the Rangers. The crowd erupts. No, they replayed it again. Stop showing it. Caillou, you're so loud. I hate this. I want to go home. We can't go home yet. My parents have to stay for the full experience. I've experienced enough with you guys. I want to unscore goals. Make my team win right now. Sure, I'll just tell the scoreboard guy to turn it upside down. Yes, please do that. That'd be incredible. Hockey's supposed to make Canadians happy. It's our sport. Well, I have to wear helmets. I can't see their faces. That's boring. You're all the worst people to go to a hockey game with. And you're the worst making people do what I want. The horn sounds again. Fans flail out. Crowd's going nuts. The confetti comes down, red, white, and blue for the Rangers. Even the confetti's American. This is a nightmare. I didn't even get the stuffed bear. I get a crown the winner. This was a disaster. Next time, I'm sitting home watching cartoons. All 4 get dragged by the parents. We'll get you next time. I'm never coming again. I just want a hot dog. Why do they go with adults? That's a good question. That's a good question. Come on with the 2 appreciation, man. Show me essay. All right. Give me a second. I was supposed to do a halftime break where I was just going to refine it a little bit. How does that basketball game? You make the call. Or just timing issues. Depends on timing. Depends on timing. There's some games where I have in mind what I want to do. It just depends on the time. All right. Give me a second here. Just have to refine it a little bit. Could fade regular season gives Montreal? You know, it's a very good question. It's a very good question. All right. Let me show you. Again, 25 bucks gets to shake it off as well. Give me a second here. All right, give me a second here. Same time I smoke a joint? No, I would not. No, I have asthma. I can't do that. I'm not even allowed to smoke. All right, let me show you the essay. Here, give me a second here. We don't want fire alarms to go off. We do not. We do not want that. All right. Final, I just want to make sure the word count is good on this. Make sure. Yeah, that's more than good. So always runs as Roman turn, yep. All right, let's show you the essay. Let's show the essay Gamana. All right, I can fit on one page. Hang on. Fit on one page. I'll lower the font so it fits on one page. Oh, I can just go time, yeah. Go times the Roman if it also fits. Sorry, there we go. Washington State up by 3. All right. All right, here we go. Not sure if you can read this or if you want me to just blow it up paragraph by paragraph. The Brewers got, yeah, Brewers treated that like a, oof. Here you go. You know, dumb decision? Well, they just kicked the field goal. I didn't see what exactly they did. Right, they should be avoiding. I can't justify static. I can't justify static. I can read. I'll let you know when I'm done. All good. Yeah, you tried to have me justify static. I can't justify static. He said he'd give me 50. He said he'd give me 50. Now, he said he's gonna be generous with the thing, even if he doesn't agree with everything. Oh my God, Utah tried to fake kneel down. We'll get like 15 yards, but Nowhere close to what they need. I'd save that play for a rainy day. I wouldn't save it for that. He's going to be generous with the grading because he wants you to shake it off at karaoke. And he did say he'd give me 50, max of 50 for it. So, you know me. I'll do just about anything for money. Just about anything for money. We're going to start the second half of just a little bit between USC and Notre Dame. I'm voting that poll. I think wins this one. I appreciate all you guys a ton. You guys know me. 12 o'clock Magic? Oof. I gotta check that out. Yeah, Notre Dame averaging about 12 yards a carry in that first half. They'll get the ball to start the second. Again, appreciate all you guys being here. If you haven't seen the most recent video, click that link above to watch it. I'll start the second half in just a little bit. What do I do with this? My mom wanted me to write an essay for $50, so I wrote it. I wrote it. Penn State goes for a 4th and 1 on its own 40. Oof. And they don't get it. I think it was a wild one. Pulling hard for Seattle because I'm afraid Dodgers going to do much for us. Otherwise, Gamano with a 30. Gamano with a 30. Appreciate you, man. You get to shake it off. There you go. There you go. You get to shake it off. We are close to a second game, too. I'll get you shake it off. Put it on the list. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Wasn't really Stearns and push for Soto and Alonso, but that's solid and pretty good defense. All good. All good. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I will take that. I will take that. I will take that. All right, let's shake it off to the queue. It's a lot in the queue so far, so we're gonna get to it at some point. Obviously, we've got like 10 songs in the queue, so hopefully by the end of the year we'll be able to get to everything. Yeah, gift a sub of Dr. G. You can thank Dr. George for that one. Kickoff end zone touchback. 50% around Notre Dame to win this one. And hold on to their 1-point lead. We'll respin the wheel at the next commercial break. You guys are coming hot today. I appreciate you guys a ton. You guys are coming really hot today with this stream. I appreciate you, man. So I got to shake it off on there. Ball the 25-yard line. We've got a few songs to do. We've got X's and O's, PYT, I Knew You Were Trouble, Take It Easy, Part of the USA, Backstreet's Back. I might be able to knock that out tonight. Backstreet's Back I could knock out tonight. 7 Days I'm posting tomorrow. Immigrant Song, Wagon Will Kept My Eyes Off You, Pink Pony Club, and Shake It Off. Now we're in the queue. So, got some songs there. We'll spin the wheel in a little bit. One at the top, two at the bottom. Carr. Out route. That is caught at the 29 and to the 31. Breaks a tackle. And that'll be a first down to 37. Gain of 12 for Faison. On the queue? Yep. In the queue. In the queue. For karaoke. And I do this thing where I do live band karaoke. It's not my band, but it's a random band that plays. $50. I'll sing any song you want. $25. Immigrant Song? Yes. We're going to try Immigrant Song. It might be a disaster. Two at the top, one at the bottom. Back to his right. We're going to try it. I think Isaac wanted me to do it. He's like, okay, we'll do it. Hand off to the side goes to Love. Love to the 40, 45, 50. And we brought down to 47-yard line. Gain of 16 and a first down. Karaoke? No, I'm not, but sometimes they let me on stage. Sometimes they let me on stage. Yeah, Marshall, good job being 4-3, yeah. The conference is wide open this year. But sometimes they'll see me in the crowd and be like, hey, you want to do a song? I'm like, yeah. Backstreet's Back's one of my go-tos, so. That actually will work really well with the live crowd. Yeah, the next commercial break, we're going to respin it. Hand off to the side. Love to the 45 and brought down to 42. We're also just $22 away from a second game for the opening week of college basketball. I'm guaranteed to be doing one. We'll do a second. We are $22 away from that. Guaranteed to do a minimum of 2 games if we hit that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do Immigrant Song. That's going to be interesting. But you guys, you've been challenging me. I like it. You guys have been challenging me with some really good ones. Smooth I never done before. Hot to Go was interesting. X's and O's. That's going to be fun when I do that. Second and 4. In the flat, that ball's caught by Love to the 35, and Love will get down to the 33. Sorry, Ben, dumb decisions. Yeah, if you didn't see, I just did Summer 69. Got a request for that. I did switch out of mine. But yeah, we'll spin the wheel in a little bit. Yeah, where's the thread? Show you the thread. This is Sweet Child of Mine. Not Sweet Child of Mine. This is Summer 69. It goes pretty deep. Carr fires on the run. That ball's caught at the 28-yard line by Face Unsing. Grab the drive for him. 2nd and 5. Dog that chews on everything or pees on everything? Ooh. I would say pee. Because chew you have to take it to the hospital a lot. Chew would be you gotta take the dog to the hospital a lot. Yeah, Summer 69, yep. Someone requested that. I forget who requested that. Rolling Stones Miss You, they don't have that song. I would do it. I would do that song. They don't have it. Head over the middle, nothing doing. It has to be a song on the list. They do have the Stones. They do have the Stones. They have Satisfaction on there. But I think it's the only Stones song they have. Come on with the tour. We have to respin the wheel. Yes, we're going to. We're going to respin the wheel. The next commercial break. I don't want to do it in the middle of the game. But once the drive is done, we're respinning the wheel. Once the drive is done, we respin. Gamana's in first, by the way. Gamana is in first on the XP. So I never start the timer. Summer 67. Yep. That's what this summer was. Right. So yeah, it's not 1969. To the surprise of no one. Handoff Price. And Price for the 25. Number 24 brought down by number 24 at the 22-yard line. Christian Pierce on the tackle. 4th and 1. You figure they're going to go for it here. Was you upset, Virginia? Was you ball 3 minutes left? I mean, they came close against Ole Miss. Why not? They're a different team since they switched quarterbacks. Since they switched quarterbacks, they're a different team. Summer of Summer. That was the Olympics in 2024. That was Summer McIntosh. That was so much fun to watch. Watching Summer during the Olympics was just incredible. 4th and 1. Have I waiting to Bama? Based on how the game's going, yeah, pretty glad. In the pistol here. Tight end in motion, they're going for it. Handoff, Love, first down. Stretches the ball out, didn't need to. Got to the 21. Going to be in the top 10? Ooh. I'm going to say yes. Who wins, Missouri or Auburn? I think Missouri wins. And Missouri wins. I'm not crazy about Jackson Arnold at quarterback. Problem is that Miami's not going to drop out. Ole Miss isn't dropping out even with the losses. Tech will drop out, though. Texas Tech is going to drop out. Down to the 18, gain of 3. You have to remember, Texas Tech is going to drop out. You know, so make it? Yeah, if they win out, they're going to make it. A 2-loss Notre Dame makes it. You can see, obviously, Miami lost, but they're going to stay in. Ole Miss lost, but they're going to stay in. Texas Tech will not stay in. Texas Tech will drop. Not out of the top 25, but they'll drop out of the top 10. I think Vandy could take that spot. I'm putting them in top 10. I'm putting Vandy in top 10. Right, they got to win out, but Notre Dame, they are favored in every game the rest of the way. One top 2, the bomb back to his left. Tight end in motion is Raridan. Pin number 1, oh boy. Carr, pump fakes twice, now goes end zone. Overthrown, incomplete, looking for Malachi Fields. Is that a quiet game so far? Brings up 3rd and 7. 5.5-minute drive, what can they make of it? Second half just started in Tuscaloosa, 23-7 there. And for the pick 6. No baseball because Brewers top feeble. Yep, they were that feeble. Houston top 25, they'll get votes, but I don't think they'll be top 25. I don't think they'll be top 25. But they'll get votes. Dan for Heisman. He's got a case, but I think right now it's Simpson or Mendoza. 3rd and 7. Gonna hand it off to Love. Love cuts upfield to the 15. Stays on his feet down to the 8. Jeremiah Love picks up 10. Boys win 6 Mariners 7. I would not complain about that. I would not complain about that. Yeah, the Brewers, that was like the worst offensive performance I've seen by any team in LCS. Right, if they keep winning, they'll be top 25. Yeah, 1 loss Houston. Yeah, if they keep winning, absolutely, they'll be top 25. 1 top, 1 the bottom. QB draw. Carr to the 5, actually the 6. Brought down by Jaden Walker. Again, we'll spin the wheel again once this drive ends. But this has been a long drive. 6.5 minutes. Favorite song to sing? Okay, there's a different band that sometimes does it when the regular band is gone, and they have "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins. I like to think I do a mean version of that song. So I would say that I also, you're not going to believe this. The band doesn't have this one, but there's a different band that has it. I have video of it. Of Pony by Genuine. I am not kidding. Second down, slam pass, that's caught, touchdown. Notre Dame on their opening drive of the half. Get 6. It's Will Poling. WP with the TD. His team high 4th receiving touchdown of the season. 2013. Oh, I think the batting average. Because ERA can be inflated by like one bad performance or two. The batting average, just, you can't escape that. But there is video out there. I have the video of me doing Pony by Genuine with a live band. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. It's a different band. It's a different band. Like, they know me. There's like 3 bands that know me downtown. They're like, yeah, if they see me, they'll just let me go up there and sing. Next one is good. It's about the question for that came out. Yep. With the safety. Yep. So, closest team to out Dodgers last 2 years. Yeah, that game 5 was huge. All right, let's spin the wheel. Let's re-spin the wheel. So that drive is over. 21-13. Again, pretty sure I guys doing it. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. So try and grow this thing even more. I totally forgot to did I ever up? I never updated that. We're actually at 180. We're at 180. Come on with the 2 or earlier. It should be at 180. On that. All right, let's spin the wheel. The new song for $25 at Live Band Karaoke. Yeah, maybe there'll be a stretch goal. I'll show you the Pony video. The Raj from Hell's Kitchen of the NFL. The tackle on the Giants that got called for like 4 penalties in one drive. Closer by the Chainsmokers. Wow, that's a low one. That's a low one. As far as Sassy Fall, I mean, it'll still be top 25. Probably like 18. Closer by the Chainsmokers is the new song for Half Off. CMs, yeah, that's fine. You only saw portions of it, that's fine. You see like half, like quarter of the screen, that's fine. Right, you didn't see that much, right? Yeah, no, that was fine. Yeah. Back to go watch Stones Missy, great song. Great song, right at the height of disco. So 21-13. And if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe to this episode a ton. But yeah, I would say a favorite song to sing In the Air Tonight with one of the bands, Pony with another one, and this band, I would say Backstreet's Back. It's the crowd going. Closer, yeah, by Nine Inch Nails or Neo. I wish it was closer by Neo. Yeah, Backstreet's Back is probably my favorite with this band. Raj is the best awful chef. Oh, easily. I mean, how else do you describe seafood pancake? How else do you describe a seafood pancake? Touchdown, Tennessee. Texas, South Kentucky. Oh, boy. Texas, not back just yet. My best with all the FMs. Oh, I can do that at karaoke. I do. That's fine for karaoke. That's not an issue. I have no filter for karaoke. Like, I keep it family friendly here. I have no filter for karaoke. Karaoke, I have no problem. I've said stuff before. I've said You Want to Know. I did You Want to Know at karaoke. And that's got like one of the best ones that's got one of the best step-ons in the history of music. USF move up, like 15. Tennessee gonna go for 2. Make it a 1-score game. It's picked off in the back of the end zone. Oh boy. Will we get a pick 2? I think it's gonna be too slow. He's not gonna get a pick 2. You see for an eventual heck. Yes. Even better. Even better, because that goes together perfectly. The whole thing was dripping. 21-13. That kickoff will have a flag thrown on it. Think I'm sexy? That's a great song. Is that the best disco song? I mean, September's a banger. September's a banger. Come to Me is also a really good one. Yeah, what I know, yep. What other song? Like, I mean, there's some great disco songs. I mean, Bee Gees have some bang. Love You Inside Out. Pancake that piece, yes. So USC ball when we get back. Yeah, like kickoff commercial, one of those nonsense things. Georgia Tech top 5? Oh no, no, absolutely not, absolutely not. Georgia Tech is not top 5. Get Down On, great one. It's funny too. So here's what's interesting about Get Down On It. Every 70s night I go to on cruises, and every 70s theme party, they will play that song. That song came out way after. That song came out. It was a hit, If I Can Have You by Elman, yes. In 1982. Way after the 70s were done. Georgia Tech top 10? Not yet. Not yet. I think Vandy's going to go top 10. We've just accepted that song as a 70s song. That song came out way after the 70s was done. Okay, Earth, Wind & Fire song? Yep. September's a banger. Yeah. I think the cover of Gotta Get You Into My Life is better than the original by the Beatles. I think it's way better, actually. Not the original's bad. The original's good. But the cover by Earth, Wind & Fire is the best version of that song. But we've all just accepted that Get Down On It is an 80s song. Or 70s song. Even though it's not. It almost feels like a 2010s night. I'll put it this way. Imagine a 2010s night where you do all songs from the 2010s. And one of the songs is As It Was by Harry Styles. It's like, that was not 2010s. Chance to be in the AC Championship? I would say 50% at this point. New top 10 prediction. Oh, well, it depends on the outcomes of the games. Depends on the outcome of the games. If this holds, if USC, or I mean, if Bama wins, here's my prediction. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Alabama, Oregon, Georgia, Miami, Ole Miss, actually, I forgot LSU was top 10. I forgot LSU was top 10. Georgia Tech 9, Vandy 10, Notre Dame 11. I forgot LSU was top 10. My apologies. So I do think top 10 team. I actually think top 10 team. Burn, baby, burn. Yep. Middle of the field. That ball is almost intercepted. Mayava, no one home. Why take a picture of one team, 2 rings? I don't know. Cutter's King is an interesting account. Yeah, first true year of the A's, and you get down on 79. Yep. There's a flag on the play, though. As far as LSU fall, like 19. They'll get PI on Traore. So USC, good field position after a kickoff out of bounds, and then that penalty, having to do nothing. 7 to 6, the game's kind of meh. That's been fun. Some sloppiness, but to be expected. Ball midfield, I mean, everything compared to Ole Miss Georgia. I mean, Ole Miss Georgia was a banger. Handoff gain of 2 for Miller at the 48. UV sealed with first down. Oh, man. Like, to be fair, nothing would compare to what we saw with Ole Miss Georgia. That game was nuts. Like, there's a reason top 10 games can't be flexed out with my thing, and I just have it, and that's why. Like, that was a banger. That was incredible. Notre Dame holds USC to get out top 25? Yes. Yes. They're not in the top 25 after this, if they hold. I can see Notre Dame leapfrogging Georgia Tech and Notre Dame Vandy being in the top 10. Mayava looking middle of the field. Second down incomplete. Looking there for Lane. We'll bring up third down. But there's a flag and might be in the area of PI. Notre Dame, this drive, a kickoff out of bounds. PI. USC has gotten 2 yards this drive. Sooners ranked probably like 13. They're going to get Christian Gray on that one. 2 PIs to kick off out of bounds, and now USC in field goal range. And make the final? Yeah, with Mendoza at quarterback? Absolutely. They're a really good team this year. Start bench cut, Ohtani, Judge, Raleigh. Okay, well, I'm starting Ohtani. Easily. Because you get 2 for the price of 1. You get an elite pitcher and an elite hitter. So I'm starting Ohtani. That's easy. Man. I mean, in terms of how good they are, I'm benching Judge and cutting Raleigh. But positional importance can't be overlooked. Handoff gain of 6 to Miller. Like, catcher, to have a guy at catcher like that is so big. One of the top 2 at the bottom. Hand him up the middle, and nothing doing. They go quick, nothing there. Yeah, I'm probably cutting Raleigh. Probably cutting Raleigh in that one. Positional importance at catcher is huge, but the fact that he can play every day, and most catchers can't, is insane. He doesn't do pass balls, too, but I think in that spot, you start Ohtani, bench Judge, cut Raleigh. And if we're just talking offense, start Judge, bench Ohtani, cut Raleigh. There's no universe I'm cutting Aaron Judge in. If we're just talking offense, I'm starting Judge, and we're talking all around, I'm benching him. I'm not cutting him. 3rd and 3. Going deep, Mayava, end zone. One-handed attempt incomplete. Coverage on the play there for Notre Dame by Dallas Golden. So he was looking for Tanook Hines. And we'll see if they go for it here. It'll be a 45-yard try. Best game this week, college football. Ole Miss against Georgia. That game was a banger. Ole Miss against Georgia. Can be Alonzo as well? Yeah. Well, if it's between Ohtani, Raleigh, Judge, and Alonzo, I mean, that's obvious who you're cutting. It's playoffs cut Judge. Yes, playoffs, different story. 4th and 3, they're going to kick the field goal. Get it down to 5. Sayeri, 2 for 2 today. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is good. 3 for 3 for the red shirt freshman, making a 5-point game. Almost fall top 10. No, 1 loss on the road to Georgia in a game they were underdogs in, and it was a great game. They're not falling out of the top 10. Yeah, no, Judge will not get slandered. Volpe, I can slander. Judge, no. Dumb decision? Why is that a dumb decision? Why is that a dumb decision? 4th and medium? 45-yard field goal? In the middle of the 3rd quarter? To make it 5? No, that's not a dumb decision. No, that's fine. 4th quarter, maybe a little bit. But 3rd quarter, no. Yeah, undisputed number 2. Yeah, they might get first place votes. Down 8. Yeah, it's the middle of the 3rd quarter. It's not the 4th, it's the 3rd. It's the middle of the 3rd. Good slate game, say yes. Very good slate. The 12 o'clock slate is the best it's ever been. This was the best 12 o'clock slate we've gotten. There were so many good games today. There were like 6, 7 games that came right down to the wire. I couldn't call them all. Real Severin Bell. That was with 2 minutes left in the game. And they didn't have enough timeouts. Come on, that was 2 minutes left in the game, and they didn't have the requisite timeouts, and they were 4th and short in the red zone. Or 4th down, maybe in the red zone. This is the 3rd quarter. There are still 22 minutes left in this game. The Raiders would not have gotten the ball back to mount a drive to get a touchdown. USC will have another 4 drives. Minimum. His only problem was the one error, yeah, but it was almost like the Bartman play. It was like the error gets forgotten about if the rest of the team doesn't implode afterwards. The Bartman play with the Lou, people forget. The error in the infield after that, it just imploded. Virginia survives on a safety. Whew. Virginia, but skin of their teeth. ACC needed that one. ACC needed that one. After Clemson going down today, after Miami going down yesterday, they needed that one. Yeah, Houston has plenty of time. Plenty of time. And no one fell on the ball for Tennessee. I mean, Alabama. No one fell on the ball for Alabama. Simpson fumbled. No one... Red Shell Peppers? They have it, yeah. I would, They don't have a lot of songs. I think they have Danny California. That's all I got. But I would do Chili Peppers. Let's see. Did Simpson fumble that ball? No one fell on it for Bama for some reason. You got to just pick that ball up. Everyone just standing there. No, that's coming back. That's a throw. That's a throw. That's coming back. That's coming back. You know what was the game? Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think Michigan was going to win against Washington. That should be a forward pass for Simpson. Yeah, that ball is not out. Yeah, no, that's a pass. That's a pass. That's coming back. Bama will still have it. That's a pass. On the verge of Californication? I don't know. I don't know if some of the songs that they have. Like, some of the songs they don't have, I'm shocked by. Like, there are some songs I look at by them, and I'm like, oh, how do you not have that one? Kickoff. Touchback. 25-yard line. There's some songs I look at that they don't have, and I'm thinking, like, how do you not have that one? Wait, is the call upheld? The call's upheld? Holy cow. Oh, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And chance to go 6-2. That's pretty good. Pretty good considering the expectations this season. Wow, the call's upheld. 750-202. I'm guessing Rutgers won the game. 548 yards to outgain a team by. One of the top two, the bomb back to his left. Oh, I didn't think that was a fumble. Hand off to the side. Price. Get down to the 29. Gain of 4. Bishop Fitzgerald on the stop. Have to take me out? Yeah, they should have taken me out. I'm surprised they don't have Holiday by Green Day. That's what I'm really surprised by they don't have. Because I think they would crush that one. Dude looks like a lady. I think they would add as well. I like a lot of songs they have, though. I like a lot of songs they have. They just added Apate. Great song. To the top, to the bomb, back to his right. If they ever add Golden, if I put that on the wheel, God help you. Out route, that is incomplete. Broken up immediately by Fitzgerald. Brings up third down. Boulevard broken rooms. I get that at least. I get that. It's a bit of a slower one. But let's set for this week, Colts Chargers. Should be a good game. I want to see what the Colts are made of. Especially 4-6-6, where they weren't playoffs at all. Yep. Third down, to the top, to the bottom. Back to his right is Price. Carr. Trying to avoid a 3-and-out here. Yeah, that one I love. I love doing that one. Back shoulder incomplete. Was looking for Faison. No flag, 3-and-out. Like, we're not going to take it. I've done that before, like just regular karaoke. That's a great song. They need to add that. They need to add that. I would crush that one. A bad snap at the Tennessee game. Tennessee's got it. 4th and 6, back-to-back incompletions, and they'll have to punt the ball away. They go away from the ground game that drive after using to a lot of success on that 7-minute drive to start the half. And Rendell going to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 29-yard line. So from the 29 of Notre Dame to the 29 of USC. On that one. 42 yards. No return. USC ball when we get back. With 5:25 to go in the third. In this top 25 matchup. Now Tennessee 3rd and 19. One of the top 3 at the bottom for them. Aguilar, they're going to send 4. Oh, he's got all day. He's got all day. Middle of the field. It's wide open. He drops it. It's a regular hurricane. They don't have it. I would do it. I would do it. It's a great song. They don't have it. The Prince of the Cunstro? Yeah. Yeah, how do you go that long without an appearance? That's crazy. Fumble Alabama. Oh, you're way behind. You're way behind on that one. Tennessee's already going to punt the ball away. Bama's already getting the ball. Yeah, very, very exciting. Yeah, no surprises. Last throw, Papa Roach. Oh, bad. Well, it's funny. The band that I saw the other night that I did Pony with, they do Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. So they would do Papa Roach. That's a great punt down to the 1-yard line for Tennessee. They would do Papa Roach, I think. But they have Limp Bizkit. They have Break Stuff. And that's fun to listen to them do that. They've got some good stuff. There's some good bands in here. And the bar is free. Like, I tip the waitresses, but it's like, parking's free. They valet for 3 hours. Bar, like, I don't get drinks. There's no cover. They have Rage. They have Bulls on Parade. USC win a big money line. We're sure to cash out. They can win. They can win. I don't want to cash out just yet. Unless you get a profit, I'm not cashing out just yet. It's a 5-point game. They have the ball. And I'm not crazy. CJ Carr's not playing well today. CJ Carr's not playing well. The MTV died a long time ago, unfortunately. Last time I played music was when Prince died. Yeah, Bulls going backwards. Yep, they punted away. But at the 1 yard line. Punt at the 1 yard line. So Bama's going to have it at the 1 yard line. So they're going to be pinned pretty deep. I'm like, it seems to be more interesting in college or Thursday night football. This year, yeah, because the games are better. The games are better. The games are really good this year. Every game's been a banger, it seems like. This last game, too, was just nuts. That was one of the best Thursday night games of all time. The Ice Bowl was one of the best Thursday night games ever played. Congrats to ASU's victory over Texas Tech. Yeah, crazy win. They blew the lead. They had a double-digit lead with like 5 minutes left, blew it, and then a game-winning drive at the end. And Tyson's so good. 11's been phenomenal. And now ASU probably back in the top 25. They've lost 1 game this year with their starting quarterback. 1 loss in conference play. They're in a good spot. People recognize me out in public? They do not. They do not. I mean, I still, like, 8,000 is a lot of subs, obviously. Yeah, Don't Fear the River, that's a great song. But it's not, like, unless you know the bubble, you're not. Like, unless you know the football bubble, you don't know me. Now, I've been recognized at the draft. NFL events have been recognized, and I love that. They have Working for the Weekend. They have that one. Good song. Second read not there. It's going to try and take off and throw on the run. Mayava looking, directing traffic, and just going to throw that ball away. In the direction of McCree, but anything else unnecessary? Yep. Working for the Weekend's great. They have that song. They have that one. That's a fun one. But, like, if anyone sees me in public, just say hi, take a picture. I mean, I'm down for anything. I've met people in public. I've recognized people before at the NFL draft. I've recognized people at the Super Bowl experience I was at. I think only one time someone's recognized me, like, completely out of nowhere at a non-sporting event. People recognize me at D-backs games. I get recognized at D-backs games every now and then. But I also post them there. Slant pass. That ball is incomplete. Broken up by Christian Gray on the slant, looking for Tino Kynes. Yeah, that's a great song. Yeah, Don't Fear the River is a good song. They don't have the cowbell, though. They need more cowbell. There's a flag on the play. Where it's almost like Colts Broncos was boring. Yeah, I mean, that game was an atrocity on the eyes. Pass interference is the call. They're going to set... I'm not crazy about that call. You're going to say wrapped around Hines. It's 3 pass interferences called against Notre Dame this half. We have a new set of downs for the Trojans right around the 35-yard line. And the D-backs hang everything. They hang wildcard banners up. Which I'm fine with. The Yankees only hang up World Series. If you didn't win the World Series, you don't get it hung up. Like, the seasons that they didn't win it, they don't even acknowledge it. Right, then there's your case. Yeah. Yeah, NFL draft is why I recognize a lot of people. Yeah, that game sucked. Florida, Arizona Open Night will be great game to start the year. I think so, too. We're going to do a lot of college basketball this season. It's going to be fun. Penn and Barons are all division titles. Going 14 straight. They won. That's... You know, why not? Let him fly. I've seen worse banners. Swings it out to his wideout. That is Lemon to the 39. Gain of 4. I've seen worse banners. Yeah, I need to talk about Colts Broncos. That game sucked. That game, I wasn't streaming games back then. That was the last year I wasn't streaming. So I was still in the old apartment before the studio. Having LSU, Brian Kelly's done. The Huey Lewis song. Oh, wait. That's not Huey. No, that's Working for a Living. That's a great song. They don't have that. I love that. They don't have any Huey Lewis. Going deep. Open. Caught at the 25 to the 20. 1 to beat. He's gone. Jacoby Lane clears a lane for a touchdown. 22-21. They'll go for 2. Jacoby Lane, 66 yards. Coverage bust. And kept his eyes down the field. Mayava kept his eyes down. They have now scored 9 straight. Yeah, you're thinking Working for the Weekend. Or Working for a Living. You're thinking Working for a Living. Which is a great song. Just get him on the corner out. Gets behind Gray. And then beats Tay Johnson on the stiff arm. Working for a Living is a great song. That might be my favorite Huey Lewis song. Yeah, they don't have any Huey Lewis. Signature on Life, great song. They don't have that. Other bands have it. They don't have it. I don't know why they don't have it. 2-point try. Hotel California. Great song. They don't have it. Bohemian Rhapsody. They don't have it, but I love that song. I've done all those songs at one point in my life. At some point, I've done it. 2-point try, Mayaba. Slam pass, caught. 3-point game. Jacoby Lane, give him an octopus. Give Lane his octopus. He gets 6, and then gets 2 more. With 4:32 to go in the third. USC on the road leads by 3. Or a few good games, but that wasn't 22. Virginia Bowl eligible, good for them. Paranoid Android, they don't have that. They don't have that. Good song, they don't have it. We're the Champions, they have that. So the band actually has that song. The band, I don't know if it's on the list right now, but they do that song. There are some songs that are not on the list that they do. USC to win now, so I had them winning the game at the start. I had USC winning the game at the start. I was like, I like the way they play. I'm not crazy about Carr necessarily. It's going to be a good game, but I think USC wins. Yahoo Lewis is great. I've seen him live before, like 2017. Oh, take the profit? No. 33% profit? Utah just had one of the wildest plays. Utah just had one of the wildest plays. A forward fumble to get like 25 extra yards. We'll rock you. They do that, yeah. So it's We Will Rock You and We're the Champions. It goes right into it. Goes right into it. Future So Bright? Yes. That song's so helpless? Yes, it is. Write it out? Yep. I mean, if you get 30% profit, depending on how huge the money line is. If it's like you bet 100, I let it ride. If you bet like 10,000 and you're going to make 33% profit, you get like $3,000. Like, I would do that. Kickoff returns to the 25-30, 35-40, 45-50. Price. He could go. Price could go. 1 to beat. Price is in. Touchdown. Irish. The Price is right. Jadarian Price is second of the game. House call. A rushing touchdown in the first. A kickoff return touchdown in the second half. And the Irish back in front. They lead by 3. Yeah, like I said, depended on, like, to me, like you bet 100, you're going to get 33 back and you're going to lose 67, then I would not cash out. But if you meant, like, actually cash out if you get a profit, yeah, I would do that. But now you're not going to get that because now Notre Dame is in front. Worst team basketball this year for AC Cal? Yeah, it's not a bad pick. Yeah. Duke. It's going to be Duke. I think Cal's a pretty good pick for that. Just like that. Game flips on a dime. Extra point is good. No good. No offside. Extra point is no good. Shank to the left. I want to see the reverse on that. They're looking from the reverse, but everyone pretty adamant that was no good. 27-24. He missed the extra point. Special teams giveth and taketh away on that drive. Price goes 104 yards. They'll return a beautiful block there to set that up by the tight end. And the extra point shanked to the left. I thought that went through, but it was just the angle. I was injury at USC. It's a 3-point game. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel so we try and grow this community even more. The Dowers won't break that division winning streak record. They will not. Not anytime soon, at least. Not anytime soon. 27-24. USC getting the ball back after the kickoff return touchdown, but they look good on this quarter offensively. Oh no, that's why your name was like that. That's cool. I've never heard of that movie, American Hot Wax. I've never heard of that movie. So Price with a house call. USC gonna get it now. This kickoff. Last one went out of bounds. This one fielded at the 5-yard line, taken to the 10. 15-20. And brought down at the 23-yard line. Taken down there for Notre Dame. By Kanu Kia, the sophomore linebacker from Hawaii. Who's going to mix with one again? Oh, God. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? $124 the overheads. Let's go. Let's go. Good for you, man. Hard day of work. Good for you, man. Good for you. So on watch list, of course, it was only after I started using another hotbox to a double entendre. Oh, yeah. Oregon State, when or do they not win a game? I don't think they win a game this year. I don't think they won a game. They are really bad. Best team in college hoops is not a power conference. Fiction because Gonzaga exists. But otherwise, I would say fact. They'll send 4. Mayava. Stepping up. Going to fire on the run. Second read. Caught. Shy of the sticks, I think. So they spot this. Miller is going to be about a yard shy. Gonzaga and St. Mary's exist, so I'm going to say no, but I think besides them, fact. 2nd and 1. Now you give a new set of downs. They changed the call. It's good for USC they did because the handoff goes nowhere. Loss of 2 for Miller. The 32-yard line. Three and a half to go in the third. This game over on NBC if you want to watch. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe to us, help us out on the channel. Let's try to grow this thing even more. And we're going to be live tomorrow night for Falcons 49ers. We're live for Sunday Football. We're also going to be live after the Jaguars-Rams game. We'll be live for about 30 minutes just talking about the game. I'll be answering your questions. Hopefully the Jaguars are winning the game, but I don't think they will. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his left. They give once again to Miller. This time he gets positive yards, but not a lot. Gain of 3 down to the 36. So 3rd and 9. So again, tomorrow we're going to be streaming at 12:30 to 1. Or 12:55, or like 12:58, sometime around there. And then we'll be live at 8 o'clock for the Falcons-Niners game. 3rd and 9. Mayava, second read, middle of the field, open, caught. First down at the 44. Needed 8 and got exactly 8. Tuna Kynes, a true freshman, knew exactly where he needed to go. Imu Puka out? Yes. Yes. What am I singing? Every Thursday night I do live my karaoke. Every Thursday night is karaoke. I post it on Twitter. The songs. Wait, does Oregon State play FCS? Wait, hang on. Does Oregon State play FCS? Oh, wait, hang on. They play Sam Houston? Timeout. Never mind. I realize they play Sam Houston. Never mind. They'll win against Lafayette. They'll beat Sam Houston. Never mind. They'll win at least 2. Mayava. Middle of the field, underthrown, picked off at the 50. To the 45, down to the 43. Christian Gray with a touch of gray on that one. Notre Dame takes over in plus territory. An underthrown ball, and Gray gets the pick. And for Mayava, just his 3rd of the season. His 3rd of the season. Underthrown ball. As I was trying to say, ooh. No, even with Puka out, I think that pass rush could just destroy this offensive line potentially. That front 7 could destroy us. Was looking over the middle. Trying to hit Jacoby Lane. We got the touchdown, the Octopus last drive. Gray undercuts it. And for Christian Gray, he gets his 2nd pick of the season. One of 3 players now in Notre Dame with multiple interceptions. Irish ball handoff here. I'll pick up about 2 down to the 42-yard line. Best player in the draft, we class him. Yeah. Turn under on sacks. 3.5. I'll go 3.5. Yeah, Oregon State, they'll win a game. I didn't realize they play Sam Houston. They suck. Sam Houston sucks. We watched them earlier this week. They suck. How's it going? We appreciate you tuning in on this Saturday night. 1 top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. Carr takes it. They're going to send 4. Fires to the sideline. Out route. Caught at the 33. Nice grab there by Will Pauling. Had the touchdown earlier. Gets 10. They're going to score 14 by themselves. I don't know about that, but I know they're going to score 2 defensive touchdowns. That's a lot to ask of any team. FSU or Stanford? FSU. Stanford's not that good. Touchdown Irish. I think that's Sam Rudy. Yep. Rudy was offside. Rudy's a great movie. And the orchestra, the soundtrack is great. The accompaniment, the musical score is great. You ever watch it with a live orchestra? It is a great experience. Love. Handoff, gain of 5 down to the 27. They call for progress instead, right around there. Yeah, no, they're gonna win that game. They're gonna beat Love. They're gonna beat Sam Houston. They might beat Tulsa, but they'll beat Sam Houston in that. 1 defensive touchdown. I could see that. I could see 1 defensive touchdown. They can take this down to the end of the quarter. And we don't know how many more installments of this rivalry we're going to get. We don't know how many more we're going to get of this. Great rivalry. Hopefully it continues. But if this is the last installment for a while, it's been a good one. It's been a good one. We go to the fourth. Notre Dame driving, leading by 3 when we get back. As Simpson fires in the flat, and Bama is in for a touchdown. They'll make it a 3-score game with the extra point. The drums are, yes, the drums are great in that. Yeah, 09 versus 08. I don't think it's going to happen. Is Ramsey a score bet? I think you can do Ramsey anytime touchdown. I think you can. Let me check. Let me check on FanDuel. You should be able to. Let me check. I don't see why not. Most places offer defense anytime touchdown. Yeah, Ramsey plus 600. So 6-1 odds they do it. 6-1 odds on that. Cody Schrader, you can get. Cody Schrader plus 2,200. He's not scoring a touchdown. You can barely see the field. As far as Miami fall, they'll be like 8 or 9. I'll be like 8 or 9. Tech will drop out of the top 10. LSU drops out of the top 10. I think Vandy and Georgia Tech go in. Potentially Notre Dame going in. A 99-yard drive for the tie. That should do it there. Barring anything crazy. How's it going, Badger? Looking forward to our team facing off. Yep. Good luck. I think you're going to win. I think you're going to win. 12 because lost at home. Yeah, but Louisville's a good team. They'll go top 25. And that's their only loss of the season. Yeah, Penn State lost again. Is that 4 straight wins or 4 straight losses? They might not make a bowl. 3-0 whiteout game to now maybe not making a bowl. They have to play Ohio State. That's a loss. Indiana could be a loss. You know, I didn't get points there. Yep. Penn State might not make a bowl. Holy cow. Legit, Penn State has 4 losses. Ohio State, Indiana, if they lose that, that's 6. They have to win out. Yeah, there's only how we can push it on 0.5. Yep. That's why they go 0.25. That's why a lot of sack props are 0.25 or 0.75. That's why. They'll have to play Michigan State, Nebraska, and Rutgers. They might not go bowling. Both quarterbacks go under 100 yards. The Commanders and Chiefs trophy. Jeez. That set football back a long time. Michigan State. I don't know what time that game is. We're going to put it to a vote. So if a game's at 7:30, we're not doing it because that's World Series game 2. Let me check if the schedule came out for next week. We'll start that you make the call tomorrow. Yeah, they still haven't announced any times yet. So I don't even know what time Michigan State's going to be. That'll be an option, wherever it is, unless it's a 7:30 game. The good news is the night slate is not that good on paper next week. So we'll be in the clear to do game 2 of the World Series. Penn State 3-9. I don't know 3-9. You got to play Rutgers still, but. Phillies are even 7-0. Yep, that is true. 2nd and 5. 60% you run with the Irish to hold on with this one. They're driving in the red zone here, just outside the red zone, I should say. One at the top, one at the bottom, back to his left. Yeah, World Series 6%. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good slate, too, because the slate doesn't look great next week. Love, handoff. Gotta love it. Gain of 7. Notre Dame has been running the ball very well today. Over 200 yards on the ground. Yeah, Mortensen winning in his debut for UAB against Memphis. Good for him. Good for him. Have the Looters win tomorrow? We'll see. I mean, game 7, no 2 better words in sports. Whereas we have the crap out of Penn State? I don't know about that. James Franklin just far the problem. Yeah, they, well, who built the team that he got? That's spiraling. That team is spiraling. Brought everyone back. Championship favorite potentially. Now you lose 4 straight. Might not make a bowl. Love. Nothing doing. Balled up behind the line by Pierce. He'll lose 1, 2nd and 11. So I have Penn State equals 24 FSU. Yep. I'm with you there. But I think with FSU, I mean, it fell off the rails right away. Penn State was tied with Oregon going to double overtime in a top 10 matchup in a whiteout. And to have this happen, like, not even a month later, it's crazy. Yeah, Lou and Jonathan, it's crazy. You have to watch Michigan State, yeah. Tennessee move from Josh, no. No, it's not. 2nd and 10, handoff here. Love. Josh is a good coach. They'll get 6. 3rd and about 4. SNL for Saturday game on NBC got delayed. Saturday night game. Push back. Push back a little bit. It's happened before. Clemson Notre Dame, that happened in 2020. That happened where the game went into OT and it got pushed back. For college football, they would just delay SNL a little bit. Yeah, it's probably season down the drain. It did. XFL, the ratings don't justify it, but college football, yeah, they have to. College football, they would have to. Now, if it's like weather, if it's a little bit like because of weather, like let's say Notre Dame is playing a game against a cupcake team, 0 on the play clock, they got this off. They're not getting it off. Did they get the timeout in time? Did they get the timeout in time? I think they did. They'll have 2 left. They'll be struggling now, yeah, because Penn State, Ohio State was definitely big new kickoff, and now probably not. Badgers suck. Fickle's not good, and the run game. There's no ground game anymore. There's no ground game anymore at Wisconsin. 10-2 down the regular season. I think at least 9-3. Political channel? What the heck are you talking about? Nobody else sounds like me? I'll take that as a compliment. I don't have a political channel. What's the name of the channel? I gotta check this out. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm rooting for more on that program. I'm rooting for that program. Seeing all the crap they went through in the 2010s, I'm rooting for that program. What's the name of the channel, McCray? Because I have no idea what you're talking about. No ground for the Badgers? Nope. Oh, Tessier just dropped the pass over the middle of the field. Next source to cover a 10.5 spread? Yeah. I stream 24/7 and I don't even have time to do a political channel if I wanted to. I don't want to. But I couldn't, I don't even have the time to do it. 3rd down. 2 at the bottom of the screen. 3rd and 4 for the timeout. UCLA, Indiana. That could be good. In the flat, that is dropped. Bit behind his man, but you expect Faceon to come down with it. Yeah, what's the name of the channel so I can take a look? Once you're not referring to me, you're referring to someone else in the chat. Tennessee goes for it. They get it that time at the 44-yard line. 10-7 to BYU in the Holy War. But what I was saying before is that if it's like Notre Dame, they're playing a cupcake opponent, and then the game is a game that's delayed due to weather, they would push that off and start SNL in time. But a game like this, like if this team goes like triple OT, for whatever reason it pushes back, no, they would push SNL back. Game 6 against the Mariners. 31-yard try to make it a 6-point game. That kick is shanked to the left. They've left 4 points on the board on kicks. Noah Burnett misses the extra point, then misses a 31-yard field goal. Both going wide left. And USC will take over at the 20-yard line. Let's get out of the 20-yard. Kick missed inside the red zone. Notre Dame has left 4 points off the board. And now USC a chance to tie it with a field goal or go down the field and take the lead with 12.5 to go in South Bend. Again, pretty sure I guys tuning in. For Ron Dane and Jonathan Taylor and Melvin Gordon and Monty Ball to whatever they have now. Might impressive Game 6 Mariners win. I want to see Game 7, but I just want a good game. I want a good game. Missed field goal worse than a turnover. It's more deflating. If I miss field goal, you're not giving up the field position versus turnover, depending on where it is. You know, he's not point shaving. This is not point shaving. Yeah, the Badgers' offense is bad. Fickle needs to go. Fickle needs to go. I mean, they can't score. They can't do anything right now. They cannot do anything. And Northwestern, Nebraska could be options. Could be. I would assume both teams are on the top 25, so probably don't go big noon kickoff for a non-top 25 game. Penn State win locale of the week for the third straight week. They could. I think Miami. Mississippi State for how that game ended. Could be locale. JJ wants to stay in the state, and the Packers trade up again. They would rename the state after him. He'd be one of the few Packers who goes number retired. There's only a select few. He'd be one of them. Illinois, Washington. It's not great now after Washington lost to Michigan today. Washington won. He probably could do that. Texas great defense this year. Who would have thought the problem would be the offense under Archie? Yeah, crazy. Archie looked good last week, the second half, but not great. BYU Iowa State should be the choice. They're going to do that at 3:30. BYU Iowa State is going to be a 3:30 game. So they could do it, but it will not be the noon game. BYU Iowa State has been announced as the 3:30 game. No, I wasn't on the Badgers either. I wasn't on them in the slightest bit. All right, USC ball to 20. Down by 3 in South Bend. What can Mayava do here? 12:44 to go. And if you like what you see, hit like, and subscribe. How's it going, Glenn? Appreciate it tuning in. 3-point game here. Yeah, I know you're an Irish fan. You help this game when you make the call. I appreciate you a ton for that. So if they can, I'm sure they can. Yes, they can. They did it with the Holy War. The Holy War was where they went today, and that game didn't start until nighttime. Handoff, gain of 1. As long as Fox is to the right, still go. So you can still do that. Stupid and arbitrary. Well, you gotta do something. Otherwise, you can't do just record because you play different teams with different caliber. Yeah, UConn. I mean, if they go 12-0, they could make the playoff. But with one loss, UConn can't make it as an independent. UConn cannot make it as an independent without a perfect record. But that'd be a good fit in the ACC. Rewatch the game so you see if you get an inkling they made the wrong play call. You never would have known. Yeah. Back shoulder incomplete. Looking for Lane. Yeah, CJ Carr's also not playing well today. He's made some interesting throws. Missing some guys. Yeah, you would never have known it. You would never have known that. That was a while ago I did that video. You never would have known it. Hey, Luke Fickle, not great. Mississippi State also, I don't know what that was. Mississippi State, I don't know what that was. Offside Texas, oh my god. Third and 9, one the top, 2 the bottom. Back to his left and Miller. Supercut yet? I think I'm going to opt against it, the supercut. I don't like YouTube. There's some people that, as that's deep, caught 40. Can he stay on his feet? He cannot, but brought down the 37. Makai Lemon with a huge grab down the field, gain of 42. So the supercut, there are some people that got in trouble with supercuts because of reused content. So I don't want to take that chance. So that's why. Lemon gets down the field on the post pattern. Puts his hand up as he goes by Gray. Safety doesn't get there in time. And Tay Johnson. And Lemon. 70 yards for him. They should win one game? Yep, so far. Which is it? I have no idea. Because all the times haven't been announced yet for a lot of the games. They try the reverse. It goes to Lemon. And Lemon going to look to throw the ball. And he's going to fumble the ball. Whoa, my God. Back to Notre Dame at the 49-yard line. What on earth was that? Lemon just dropped the ball. And Notre Dame's got the 49-yard line. The biggest football. That slapped at night. They were trying a wide receiver pass. And Lemon, instead of just eating the play, tries to throw. He then just drops the ball. As he's getting tackled, he drops the ball. There was no one open. And picked up by Notre Dame at the 49-yard line. A catastrophe for the Trojans. The biggest best one's a good spot right now. CW is screaming the barrel shot on left at Oregon State. Yep, they kind of don't have a lot of options. An absolute catastrophe. Yeah, 320 until that. Yes, 320 until that. They try him with a big play after another big play. And it does not work out. Overtime Lexington. Oh boy. Okay, let me turn that on. I'll take Tennessee off. Carol Crusher. All right, yeah. That was a play that was called. That was a play that was called. Not a good play. Not a good play. Another turnover for USC. And they're in some trouble now. Hey, Primus? No Primus. Yeah, 9 seconds left. 13 all in Kentucky against Texas. Again, appreciate all you guys being here for this one. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. Let's try to grow this community even more. Maybe the only time we go on national TV, except for like other buy-in games, where they're expected to lose by like 55 points. Texas will return the kick to the 20, breaks a tackle, 25, and we'll go to OT. And you know what? LA Sports from Seattle. Yep. USC. He loves USC. Why play at midnight? They already played. They won 31-19. They have 6 wins. Good for them. No, there are no more midnight Hawaii games. There are no more midnight Hawaii games. They played 11 later in the season, but there are no more midnight Hawaii games. Yeah, that was a bad play call. I'm with you on that one. Wide receiver pass in that spot, a 48, a long developing play as well. Like a long developing play too. Ugh, don't like it. Pats even make a bowl game. They have to win out. If they don't beat Ohio State and Indiana, they got to win out. And I'm not sure they can do that right now. On over there for TV? Yeah. Oh, no, we're never going to say that again. Test is going to drop like 19. So in the 11 o'clock Hawaii game? I don't know. I don't know yet. I have to see what else is going on. Here's for race tomorrow. I think they'll ease him back in. I'll go 46. Let's go 46. Boys potential? He could. He could. 25 Penn State has to get a documentary? I mean, this collapse is crazy. This collapse is crazy. Yeah, I never would have thought we'd have a discussion about that. At double overtime of the whiteout game, who would have thought we'd be in this spot? First down, half goes nowhere. Second down. We were in double overtime of the whiteout game against Oregon. Who would have thought 3 weeks later we'd be talking about Penn State, whether they're going to make a bowl game or not? Just a bowl game. Never mind the playoff, a bowl game. Not like a good bowl game, like just any bowl game. I'm flabbergasted. I think everyone is. No one saw this coming. No one in a million years saw this coming. Even if you hate Penn State, you couldn't see this coming. They sent 4, slam pass, it's caught. And we'll break 1 tackle, can't break a second. Gain of 8 for Malachi Fields. Fire Knowles. I think one more year. One more year. You want to officially be on our 3rd team now? It's fun to watch. UConn this year has been fun to watch. Who is worse? Oh, FSU is worse. FSU is worse. They were not competitive. Expansion gets the 1 seed. Wow. To the top of the screen. Back to his left. 10 minutes to go. Gonna give it to Love up the middle. He will get the first. Diving ahead to the 37. Brought down on the play by DeCarlos Nicholson. But a gain of 5. Craig can be the Leaf Syndicate Mariners winning. It could. It could. It's a bad omen. Who wins OT, Texas or Kentucky? I'm going to take Kentucky in OT. 75 plus yards. I would not like that. But I had Franklin on the hot seat. Franklin, he needs to make the playoff. He needs to win the big game. He has not won the big game. The Las Vegas Purple Bowl. One of the top 2 of them on back to his right. Clemson, they'll make a bowl game. I think Clemson makes a bowl. Hand off to the side. It's Love once again to the 30. First down the 25, diving ahead to the 22. Notre Dame has run the ball down their throats today. 271 yards on the ground on 8.5 yards a carry. It's a gain of 16. They're close to 300 on the day on the ground. Keep in mind the last game that USC played against Michigan. Michigan, 3.5 yards per carry. 316 yards of offense. And now it's even mention it. Nice. I mean, they know. The bigger story between Seattle and Toronto right now is that Notre Dame might have more rushing yards this game than Michigan had all of last week against UNC combined. Love is so good. He'll be a day 2 pick. He'll be a day 2 pick this year. He'll get drafted pretty high for running backs. Give to the side. Love. Juke move. Nice way putting your foot on the ground. 15-10. Down at the 5. Clemson might go 5 and 7. Oh, man. That would be interesting. I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe I'll make a bowl. Maybe like 7 and 5. UTEP San Diego State? Yes. I did see that. There were like 600 people there. And that counts the band. That stadium looked empty. We called the end of that game. We called the fourth quarter of that one. Love day 2? Yes, definitely day 2. But we called the end of that game. That stadium looked empty. It was a ghost town. You try to follow everything? I like that. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. First and goal at the 5. 2 at the top. Back to his left. 8 to go. Trying to take advantage of the USC turnover. QB draw for Carr. And Carr trying to drive into the end zone. But he'll get 3. Tim begins the season ranked in the top 10 and not make a bowl game. Complete collapse. Can the Union win? Yeah, the Union can win. They're usually pretty consistent. How's it going, Benjamin? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully UMass turns around. I don't think it's going to happen. Not anytime soon. I don't think they're turning around anytime soon. We're OT, Texas, Kentucky. We've seen a rink site report. There's opening report inside Rogers Center. It was empty. You want to get that vibe. I get it. Then walk to Scotiabank for the arena before the national anthem. Oh, that's a cool shot. That's a cool shot. Moving shots is tough to execute, but that's a cool shot if you can do it. Carr, QB draw. Once again, back-to-back runs by Carr. And Carr puts it in drive. And he will drive into the end zone, capping off this drive with a touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the season. And Notre Dame leads by 2 scores. That game was... No, that was not Fire Alarm. That was the Thursday night game. That was the Bengals-Steelers game. That game was... YouTube was down for 90 minutes. Oh, you're a commercial break? I love that. I love that. Must have hustled. Probably ran. Extra point. And that one's good. Burnett missed a field goal on extra point earlier this half, but drills that one. It's now a 10-point game. You missed 6 best score now? Yeah. Oh, Kentucky at the 3-yard line to start the OT period off. Barstow was pre-recording in the afternoon. That would make sense. Well, like, could you see the shadows? Why is it raining in South Bend? Oh, it's raining the whole game. It's raining the whole game. It rains a lot in the Midwest. It rains a lot in Indiana. Like that. It's still pretty embarrassing to not be bowl eligible. Absolutely. Yeah, the midweek CUSA stream was YouTube was down for 90 minutes, so I had I didn't know what was going on. Lafayette leading Oregon State 3-0. Oh my God, please do it. Please do it. Leopards roof is closed. I just couldn't tell. So I guess we'll never know. You know, Utah just got a touchdown. On a jet sweep. 34-24 your score right now. 10-point game. USC. 7.5 minutes left to try and salvage this one. A loss probably drops around the top 25. A win for Notre Dame. And they've won 5 straight. And the situation for Notre Dame is pretty simple. You win out, you're in. Oregon State going 12. Lafayette wins. No, they play Sam Houston. Notre Dame more Bears or Colts? Used to be more Bears. I think now it's more Colts. It used to be more Bears. But then Peyton Manning got there. Now it's changed. But Notre Dame for this, they have Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Hughes, Stanford. Boston College has lost 6 straight games. Navy, good team, but they dominated the triple option teams last time. Last season, they destroyed Army and destroyed Navy. We had to Heidi both those games. So they did very well against triple option teams. Pittsburgh on the road, Hughes at home, and Stanford on the road. I mean, they should make the playoff. Notre Dame, if they have 2 losses, and their 2 losses are last second to A&M, who's undefeated, and last second to Miami, who's top 10 on the road, and they've won 10 straight, they're in. They need to win this game. It will not be a close call. They're in with ease. It's actually not even close. It's not close. Notre Dame at 10-2 would be in the playoff. Easily. 20 hours, 20 minutes till Jays game 6. Yeah, Jaguars playing 11 hours. Holy cow. And wins by 7-13. Yeah. It's a 10-point game right now, I'd say so. Yeah, pretty successful for Notre Dame. It is. Pretty easy. Yeah, Sam Houston State, Oregon State will win that game. Sam Houston State is probably outside the top 150 in terms of teams in the nation right now. Like, worse than half the FCS teams. The Jags are 10 hours, 46 minutes. Yep. Yeah, 2-loss Notre Dame is in. No issue. No debate. 2-loss Notre Dame. I don't know how you keep them out. If you're 2 losses, as Kentucky is stuffed at the goal line. Kentucky is stuffed at the goal line. AC one big league. I think after the results now, yes. Kickoff will go out of bounds. That's the second time he's kicked it out of bounds. Eric Schmidt, the true freshman, cannot keep it in bounds on that one. One big league. Actually, I'm going to go 2. I'll go 2. Miami is still okay. And then Georgia Tech, Virginia, if one of them win the conference, yeah. Yeah, 2 bid league for ACC. 1 bid Big 12. With Texas Tech losing today, so 1 bid Big 12, 2 bid ACC, group of 5, so that's 4. Notre Dame, and you got 7 spots left. Hassan Piker fan? I'm not a fan of Hassan or H3. I don't like either of them. Ball to 35. One of the top 2 at the bottom. Handoff here. It goes to Miller. They got good starting field position. They get 3 to start. Got us in the bag. Yeah, at this point, Texas has it in the bag, I think. You know, I'm not a Hassan fan. Nor am I an H3 fan. I don't like either of them. Yeah, Kentucky does not get in. Just seen a field goal. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Mayava slam pass. Incomplete. Through the hands of Lake McCree. Texas top 25 team. I mean, I'm not impressed by them. I'm not impressed by them at all. But you beat Oklahoma, 2 losses. I get where they're in. Especially if they win this game on the road. Oh my God, they're going to get holding. They're going to get holding on Texas. Back it up. They're going to be out of field goal range. Barnett, yeah, Sam. Ole Miss drop, not far. Like 8 or 9. I think even 6. Maybe 7. You hate all the streamer influencer types? Yep. Well, I'm a streamer, but not that type. One of the top 2 of them on back to his left. They give up the middle. Jackson trying to muscle ahead for the first. He won't get there. I'll be a yard shy. And I hesitate to say this is the game after that stop by Jalen Steen, but this is the game. 4th and 1 to 44. You don't get this. This might be over. Tigers Bears will be a phenomenal series for ratings. Almost playoff team? Yes. Indiana's going to be number 2? Absolutely. Ohio State 1, Indiana 2. 4th down. Restaurants are on Nintendo. Yes, they are. Makes a lot of sense. That sponsorship makes a lot of sense. Gotta go for it. Under center here. Mayava sends the tight end McCree in motion. Play action. They're going to throw. Flat's not there. Second read. Incomplete. Throws across his body. They do not run it on 4th and inches. They throw the ball. The flat's not there. Notre Dame takes over. Near midfield. Our 5-man watch game 1 against Sunday football. Yep, being over the air helps. And the fact they had a lead-in program. You had a lot of people that I don't want to say watch the game. I don't know what I am, Toasted. I actually don't know what I am. I'm always with Texas. Yeah, that's... Mateer was not fully healthy. Mateer did not look good. So I don't know how many people watched the game. I know it says 5 million. Fox had Niners Buccaneers as the lead-in. A lot of people might have just left their TVs on and just not turned them off like bars. Why not Seika? You know, that's a good question. I was thinking the same thing. Tennessee, no, they're not a playoff team at this point. No, they're not. How come last week Fox's single header MLB was over the air? This week Fox's double header MLB was on FS1. I don't know. Price to the side, dives for the first. He's got it. They got 300 yards of rushing at this point. Oh, now it's like CBS. Wait. What? Never mind then. Never mind. I'm blanking. My bad. My bad. I forgot there was that. My bad. My bad on that. I just call the flat 4th inch. It's a very bold strategy. Yep, especially because you only need an inch. Texas going to try to feel a little Shipley for the win for the Longhorns. Otherwise, we got double OT. First down to 34. USC not calling timeout. They'll let it tick. Yeah, I don't know why. I forgot that game was CBS. I had a brain fart. I think because Fox had a game the single header game was on. Unless I'm misremembering. Yeah, ball the 28. I think Fox have a single header game for the 4 o'clock slate. That's why I was confused. They had a game in Arizona. That's why. Where's Titans aired? No, that didn't air in Arizona. That's why I was confused. Yes, I'm not sure the answer on that one. I actually don't know the answer. Yeah, they're going to ice the kicker. Mr. Riley, don't like that play call. I gotta do the Mississippi State one. Yeah, local to USC play calling. Yeah, Mississippi State's got to get it, though. They threw the ball in field goal range. They were, like, in field goal range. They started throwing the ball. Like, Florida had that game lost. St. Pierre was going to be fired. 2nd and 5, 4.5 to go. One of the top 2 of them, back to his left. Again, they give to Price, bottled up behind the line at the 32-yard line. Tompkins on the initial hit. No, not Tompkins. My apologies. It's number 9, Keyshawn Silver. And USC now burns their second time out. Shipley. Or first time out. All 2 left is what I meant to say. Shipley for the win for Texas. Oh, that's targeting in Utah. He's gone. Shipley money. Texas wins. Texas wins. I'm on 4th and inches. No, it wasn't a punt. They went for it. They threw a pass on 4th and inches. They didn't punt the ball. USC, 2 timeouts left. 4:26 to go. Texas walks it off. 16-13 your final there. I'm just checking how Tennessee's doing. Oh, it's going to be devastated. Yep. Another touchdown for the Crimson Tide. My God, Auburn's winning. Wait, Auburn's beating Missouri right now. Wait a second. Thoughts on Pereira? He's past his prime this way. Missouri is winning right now. I mean, Auburn's winning. Oh my God. Are we going to do this? Auburn is beating Mizzou. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means if Mizzou loses this game? I'll tell you what that means after this play. 3rd and 8. Back to his right, to the bottom of the screen. The 31-yard line. You wonder if it's 4-down territory here because their kicker has struggled today. Not that it's going to matter because Price will die for the first. They run on 3rd and 8. They get it. And USC will burn. Are they going to burn the timeout? They're not going to. A new set of downs for the Irish. So here's what that means. Mizzou, we'll not talk about playoff. A 2-loss Mizzou probably could still make it in. Maybe it'd be tough. They got to win a lot of games going forward. But here's what that means. Touch on BYU, by the way. Touch on BYU. Here's what it means. I have a source that works for game day. No BS. I have a source that works for game day. He designs the sets. He's part of the production truck. Handoff goes to Price. Price down to the 20. So he's part of the truck that will set up everything. So the sets you see, someone's to set those up, he sets them up. So he's on the road just doing all that. There's Zeg. Yeah, I haven't heard that one in a while. One timeout left for USC. Let's take a timeout here. If Missouri wins, Vandy Mizzou is where game day is going. My uncle works at Nintendo. Yep. If they win, if Missouri comes back and wins, they'll go to Vanderbilt, Missouri for game day. If not, and it's not guaranteed, but they have a short list. The first game on the short list is Missouri against Vandy. But if Vandy loses, North Dakota State, South Dakota State is where game day is going to go. How do I meet him? Friends in college. Friends in college. That's how I met the guy. He went to college with me. And we're really good friends. He was my roommate one year. So, I'm on pretty good authority. I'm pretty good authority. There's no BS on this one. 2nd and 7. One timeout left for USC. Handoff. And Price will get nothing. Bottled up behind the line for a loss of 2. Taken down there by Jakeem Stewart. If they choose where to go, they have a short list. So basically, there are games they look at. There's like 5 games on the short list. And they'll rank them in order based on the results. And then they'll try and coordinate the rest. Or game day go tomorrow? Where NFL game day? Go tomorrow? Commanders, Cowboys. Easily Commanders, Cowboys. Well, I don't want to leak his name. But it's a source, trust me, bro, on that. Like I know last week they would have gone to, this week they would have gone to ASU if ASU beat Utah. But because they didn't, they did not do that. But he's been right with everything so far. Is this legal? Yeah. What's illegal about it? But Mizzou slam pass 10 brought down at the 3. Always America's game of the week. Yeah, it would always be the 425. It would always be the 425. There are some exceptions, but for the most part, always be the 425. Some exceptions, but based on this slate, it would be that. Maybe Colts Chargers, but I think Commanders Cowboys for this. No timeouts left for USC. 1 first down should just about put this one on ice. Dumb decisions, spin-off call, pathetic play calling. That's pretty much what dumb decisions is, but I don't get the... Lincoln Riley made some interesting decisions today. Third 9 QB keeper, and Carr going to lose 5. He trips on the read option. Florida get mad if he leaks info. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to take that chance. I mean, it's not like you can... Like, it's not like I'm revealing the name or anything like that. I would have given it to the end if it was Tempe. Nah, because it would have been early. And would have been just a hassle. I don't like the standing in a crowd like that. It's not like it's like you can bow it. It's not like you can bow it or anything like that. Like it's not like sensitive info, but I don't want to take that chance. 4th and 15. 45-yard try if they do decide to kick the field goal. Do you go for it? You might be saying, wait, what are you, crazy? Go for it here? Well, here's why. Your kicker missed an extra point this half. Shanked it. Your kicker missed a 31-yarder. There's been no hang time on these kicks. There's no trajectory. Go for it. Risk a block? I don't know. Well, you're not punting. You're at the 27. You're not punting the ball. You're not punting it. You're at the 27. Your problem is that you're supposed to come back to Wisconsin. They're not coming back anytime soon. Maybe big new kickoff. Maybe big new kickoff would. Right now, Burnett is on the sideline. Burnett is not coming out there for the field goal. They're going for it. Yep, they're going. Now, I don't know if they're going to throw or just run the ball and say, hey, USC, I dare you to go down the length of the field twice with no timeouts. But they don't want to take a chance for the block field goal. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Now, I'm not sure I would throw. I'm not sure I'd try to get this. Push one into the goalpost. Yeah, a net of 8 yards. But they will go for it. Like I said. Why is it Fox, not CBS? That's just the way it is. Carr. Throwing. End zone. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Looking deep for Pauling. Coverage by Ramsey. The round loser is perfect. Yep. Yeah, it's a great color combo. It really is. I love these like color combo matchups. USC takes over the 27. Again, I get why they don't kick the field goal. 45 yards. Your kicker missed an extra point on a field goal earlier this half. He has not looked sharp. It's been a lot of line drives. You risk a block punt. I get it. It was actually right through the receiver's hands. It would have been out of bounds, but you're daring them to do that. Neil with 2, our BAM fans already lining up. Yep. It's going to be a lot of smoke in Tuscaloosa tonight. No victory cigar in Knoxville. Tennessee will have to wait another few years. Another few years before they're able to celebrate winning on the road. Holy War, I do have Holy War, yes. Screen pass. That is behind his man incomplete. Looking for Miller. Yeah, I got Holy War. You just took the points like everything. Holy cow. I want some of that action. You took the points at everything. That's good. I made some live bets today. I did pretty well. I did a live bet on UConn when they went up. I'm like, they're going to win this game. Did a live bet on Georgia at minus 700 when they got the ball back with like 5 minutes left and they were winning. And then I have Bama right now. So Man, I got it like minus 3,500. So it's not great. Pick. BYU's got it. But it's a good day. Good day betting-wise. Holy water? No, not holy water. Out route, that's caught. Out of bounds, gain of 3. Clock keeps moving again. Doesn't stop until inside 2 minutes. All the 31. So will jersey match be all colored if they don't clash? Yes. Yes, it should be. Yes, it should be. We're not doing OT tonight. Just keep that in mind, but I appreciate all you guys a ton on this. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Empty backfield. Final play for the 2-minute timeout. Mayaba looks. Middle of the field and open. Caught the 45 down to the 47. That's a huge yip. Yeah, that was a good sign. That was a good sign. All about points big spread. I got BYU plus 14. Nice. That's a good way to do it. It's a good way to do it. You think who's going to win, and then you take like the highest line possible. Am I confident in the Jacksboro? No. No, we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose. But 4-3 at the bye is great. I know Puka's out. I know that. But they still have a good front 7. So we have to climb the stadium. Nice. But the what was I going to say? The front 7 for the Rams is really good. Our offensive line looked terrible against Seattle. So, until that gets fixed. I know Hainsey's coming back, but it doesn't fix the Walker Little problem. UCLA wins with the gun. Good for UCLA. Good for UCLA. They're really turning things around right now. Good for the Bruins. That's 3 in a row. Now they get Indiana on the road. That's probably where the story ends. Yeah, 2-2-Ms are pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Eagles Green versus Chiefs Red look good for last Super Bowl? Yes, it would have. Very good. He probably ain't lose one yet. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, UCLA 3-4. Not terrible. Take On Me is a great song. They don't have it at karaoke. They should. They should. It's a great song. I would do it. I love that song. Not a one-hit wonder. Oh, Auburn, after the touchdown at Mizzou, will have it at the 45-yard line. In plus territory. I'm not going to commercial. NBC would do something like that? Yep. Yeah. I mean, ESPN does love Fall Out Boy. UCLA and Penn State the same record? No one would have thought that. No one would have thought that. Yeah, Sean Foster had a guy walk in and immediately win 3 straight games. If UCLA beats Indiana, oh my God. At that point, screw it. Put them in the playoff. If UCLA beats Indiana, and they have the season being Ohio State and Indiana, they've won every game after Foster got fired, screw it. Put it in the playoff. And the problem after all, yeah, but it's me high on the problem, it's me. Jaguars far, I cannot. No, I cannot. We'll stream after the game. We're going to be live after the game, so 12:30 we'll go live. The best color versus color uniform matchup, recent Super Bowls. Ooh. Bengals, Rams. Orange and the blue. Bengals, Rams. 56. If I play as a plus 100, then bet 30 on it. Just big spread's nice. Going deep, Mayava was juggled. Helmet came off for Lemon. Who got it? Notre Dame thinks it's a pick. And it is an interception. Stripped it from Lemon's hands. Or Lane's hands, I should say. And it's Christian Gray, for the second time today, gets a pick. They'll review it, but if it stands, that's ball game. Yeah, Chiefs Eagles will be good. Let's see. Lane bobbled it twice. That hit the ground. No catch. No catch. Take it back. Take it back. That should be PI. It should be PI. It's not. Second 10. Is there an alternate tomorrow? I don't know. No one I know of. No one's doing the throwbacks tomorrow, so I don't have to do anything crazy for scorebug or anything. That's coming back. No pick. No pick. Helmet comes off, though, for Lane. They'll review this play, but this will easily be overturned. Gray will be denied his second pick of the day. That hit a lot of the ground. As Auburn dropped it. Oh, they had a first down. Auburn dropped it. Yeah, UCLA beats Indiana, then both UCLA and Penn State beat top 10. Yes, they do. Yes. At that point, why the heck not? At that point, why the heck not? A waterbed? Probably not. Stand for the end of Holy War? Probably not, because I gotta get something to eat. I got something to eat. I don't want to save my voice. I don't know when that game's gonna be done. And can they challenge back? Yeah, they're reviewing it right now. Want to allow both teams to wear color uniforms? I think it's because of colorblind people, but when it doesn't clash, they should. Yeah, Tennessee's going to lose. Auburn punts away with 3 minutes left. Lions wear their all-black uniforms on Monday, so the alternate logo will be for Lions on Monday. Is it the throwback logo, or just a different logo? I don't have to change the score bug, right? Or do I? I'll have to double check. They're going to wear the alternates. Just have core up? Yeah. I just don't want to lose my voice. I've been on for a while today. Rob with the 2. I appreciate you, man. Bulls. ASU. Crazy win today. Top 10 win. Needed that. Vandy. Definitely. Definitely Vandy. Favorite at home. And you win. Good for you. Notre Dame. Needed that one. They're still in the race. 5 straight wins for the Irish if they hold on here. Bama, yep, they smoked Tennessee. South Florida, dominant win over 45,000 showed up. They are the class of the American right now. Especially after Memphis lost, they're the class of the American. And BYU if they hold on and win this one. Yeah, asterisk next to that. They actually complained? Yes, they would. They did for Color Rush. 25th, they did. That's why they changed Color Rush. They didn't move up to? I think 10. I think 10. They would 100% complain. If you can't watch the game, they would complain. Yeah, Bills, Jets. Yeah, I think 2015. I think that was 2015 on that one. Yeah, USF right now, the class of the G5. Yes, they are. Yep, it's them in the field at this point. There's some other teams that are in it, like I guess Boise, Tulane, Navy, Memphis, but in the flat, caught by the tight end McCree. Mark him out right around the 45 or there. About bring him 3rd down. And a lot of work to do. 1:43 to go. USF, they are Bulls. They are Bulls. Yes, they are. The coverage can remember that one. Week 2, 2015. Hand off first down. And they're in plus territory at the 44-yard line. Color rush was terrible for a lot of teams. Oh, it was great for the Jaguars. It was great for the Jaguars. How famous construction is? Yeah. For SoFi, it's a gorgeous venue. Middle of nowhere, but a gorgeous venue. Mayava, they need hotels. Once they get hotels there, it's going to be nice. Shucks into the ground. Was there a guy in the area? I don't think there was a guy in the area. This could be grounding. There was no one in the area. Hit on the play by Bryce Young. That should be grounding. Worst jersey gimmick? Oh, some of the 1994 throwbacks just looked atrocious. Some of the throwbacks just looked atrocious. Time keeping slip into the future, baby. No sense for the Owls. Bring Mustards? Please no. I will disown the team if they do that. I will disown the Jaguars if they bring back the Mustards. Again, I didn't see anyone in the area on that one, but apparently they're going to say the tight end was there. They're going to say McCree was there. Freeman not happy about it. I don't blame him. Went to a truck, but the hotel's there. Yep. Yeah, the hotel's like, there's nothing close. There's nothing in walking distance. Like, you always have to drive. And then Rob with another 2. I appreciate you, man. Mayava. Pressured. Holding on the play. Gets rid of it incomplete, but called back for holding. The Bears. Memphis. Yeah, that was a bad loss. To UAB of all teams? To UAB. In their first game without a coach, or a new coach. UNLV. Yeah, they had a chance to make a statement today on the road against Boise, and they looked terrible defensively. They looked terrible defensively. Texas Tech, I'm not sure that's fair. I mean, they had to play with a backup quarterback. They took it down to the wire. I'm not sure that's fair. LSU, definitely, yeah, the Brian Kelly era looks over. Penalty by decline, bring up 3rd down. I'll do some of the Jags with mustards. Yep. It's main problem in LA. Yep. Bears and Steelers uniforms look like rugby throwbacks. Yeah, they didn't look good. Did not look good. A Southern color rush I don't like. Well, I didn't like the mustards. Yeah, LSU. Penn State might be a bear also. Washington should be a bear. Washington should be a bear. All the talk about them being top 25, and then you do that. I mean, that's bad. Mayava. Buying time, fires deep across his body, underthrown, picked off. Good night. Picked up at the 8-yard line. Threw it across his body. I believe that is Luke Talich, number 28. On the interception. LT with the INT. His third of the season. Yeah, USC's a bear, yep. Bad play call and say Lincoln Riley. That's next to Walmart, yes. That's next to a Walmart. That was a pretty orange jersey. I'm not crazy about orange. Orange and yellow is jersey colors. I'm not crazy about. Notre Dame ball. Now you got the pick. Mayava, multiple picks today. Opportunistic Notre Dame defense. Touchdown BYU. 2-score game there. And the Fighting Irish might be in the top 10 when you wake up on Sunday. Remember that game? Oh, yeah, 2016? Yeah, that game sucked. Yeah, Rams-Ravens? Yeah, that looked awful. Yeah, I was glazing them. We don't know if this rivalry will be back. I'll go, Jacob. Mabel, Georgia? Yeah. That was a big game. No, every drive. They scored every drive. And that was nuts. They scored every drive. Irish now retro? I guess so. Bucks Stream School? Those are good. Those are good. Every now and then. College basketball game? I have not decided yet. I've not decided. Notre Dame wins at 34-24. They take it on their home field. And Notre Dame, 5 straight wins for Marcus Freeman's team. AC as a bear at this point? Yeah. AC at this point. I do think Jags win most of the time. I do. Keep the expectations low with this team. I mean, you've seen the record since I became a fan, right? It's not good. And the Rams are a darn good football team. All right, last call. Did DeMarco went off the day? Yeah, Superno. I remember Superno. He just tiptoed the sideline. Jags never tackled him out of bounds. It was crazy. All right. Last call. We're not doing OT tonight. Yeah, Houston admittable. Yeah. I appreciate all you guys a ton. Notre Dame 34. USC 24. Yeah, make it classic. Yeah, I feel old. I'm going to once we get South to go see game day. That'd be awesome. No, not tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. Not tonight. I'm going out to the bar tonight. Going out to the bar. Usually I try to do at least one on Friday or Saturday, but never both nights. Just to save my voice and also because the bar usually does stuff. So, nothing tonight, but tomorrow we'll do it. Tomorrow we'll do it. Probably real 250 of this game is it's like 150, yeah. A cigar cam, yeah. That'd be cool. The light 'em up montage. Yeah, a bit of a dust up. They went on the kneel down. They went a bit aggressive on the kneel down. Yeah, I saw that with Monty Quinn. They showed at halftime of the Bama game. 522 rushing yards. Pretty good. Pretty good. Appreciate you guys a ton. JG9 signing off. I'll be live tomorrow at 12:30. So keep in mind, timeout before we start. And rally again? Yeah, I think we might be getting that point. I'll be live after the Jaguars game for 30 minutes. I'll be talking about that game, answering your questions. We'll talk about the Jaguars game tomorrow. You 11-1? Yeah, at this rate, yeah. At this rate, they look awfully good. So keep in mind, tomorrow... No, I think right now BYU. Tomorrow we're going to be live at 12:30 after Rams Jaguars. And then we'll be live for Sunday Night Football Falcons Niners at 8 o'clock. I appreciate you guys a ton. JG9 sign off. Notre Dame wins by 10. The Fighting Irish fight on for the 5th straight win. See you guys tomorrow at 12:30.